All right, who did that? Who did that? Who did that? I knew it was you. Okay, anyway. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another stream. My name, of course, is Sam Hexblade, your head guildmaster and chief barista. Today is Finding Out Friday. Of course. Congratulations on getting it through another week. Your reward is watching videos with me and learning things. What do we have on the docket today? Oh, hold on. I don't think we have a lot, but that means we can just go on a bunch of tangents, so that's always cool. Let me see here. We got Hypebeast kill boards, the Tetris kill screen that everybody's talking about, and I want to just show off because I feel like there's more detail that people are missing because they probably didn't even read the source material or didn't watch the source video. All the stuff in public domain day, which might be a little bit boring, but it's fun to know. A cool guitar, and a bunch of other stuff that we'll probably get to soon. Oh, actually, a bunch of Nintendo modding stuff, actually, so that's cool. Okay, so let's see what we got on the docket. Actually, wait, hold on. I just want to show this because this seems important in my head, and I don't know why. Please observe. Ooh. Can I make one? I want to make one now. Oh! I love the super... Hold on. I need to know how... I made one... yeah, so can you... The kernel of this project was a mic amp. Hold on. I really want to know how he did this. Okay. Huh! Okay, so... Okay. The yeah and the woo buttons are tied to the MCU. Or, to one MCU. And... the UV meter. That goes to the mixer, that goes to the amp, that goes to the speaker. The toggle switches and potentiometer go into this mixer, which go into this amp. Which go into an amp to the speaker. Okay. So it's like two separate, like, loops here. I don't know what this feedback is back into the... I don't know what this is. Is there a reason why it's... Yeah. MCU A is for the use for the yeah-woo samples and also managing the UV meter. MCU B is for use for the drum loop. The mixed audio signal from both microcontrollers are fed into an amp board. The audio is also fed back into the ADC of... Oh! This needs to go into the MCU... Okay, I see now. To the UV meter. I was wondering. Okay. This makes sense. We can, like... I could make this, in theory. It's funny. It's really funny, and I like it. I'm not sure making it would be great, considering how they did it, and, dear God. That's a lot of hot glue. Don't do that. That's so much hot glue. Where do these even go? Oh, are those the GPIO of the... I replaced two XLR connectors on the back with female headers connecting to the programming interface of each MCU. The idea was allowed to flash updated point. Oh, okay. So maybe we don't need that. We can make a funny box. I feel like they ran out of solder, so they produced the wires to cover their hair covered in hot glue. I feel like part of it looks like a bunch of it is to make. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, yo, you see, hold on, wait. You see that? I can't zoom. You see, it was like I see a bunch of cables, and then like it's just a chunk of resistor, all going into what I'm thinking is a split up Arduino AT, like an AT Mega. What the fuck? This is so gross. Ow, it's so bad. I bet someone could make this as a like custom PCB, and it would be pretty dope. Anyway, that was one tangent. We didn't even start actually watching the normal videos because I didn't. I didn't even get to that. I was just in my recommended for watching, and I'm like, it's stupid enough for to share to people. I feel like they'd appreciate it. Right. So I haven't updated the list in a bit. So I think we might need to just kind of do this live. Did I show? Oh wait, did I show you guys a video about the death cable? Did we watch the video about the death cable? God, look at it. It's terrible. We're gonna watch it anyway. I love Theo's videos. We love death cables.
This cable should not exist. It's often referred to as a suicide cord and is in fact illegal to use. Though I think maybe technically not illegal to have. I'll show you the actual law later, so YouTube, don't strike me. This is for educational purposes only. You should never use or buy one of these cables, even if you find one.
Hear that?
And I will be destroying
Please, this is educational purposes
video, as you'll see.
Only,
so,
please.
Why would anyone think that they want this cable? Why is it illegal? And wait a minute, how did I even acquire one? Well, stick around and all will be answered. Starting off, why is this type of cord banned anyway? Well, there's actually multiple reasons and some not so obvious. One reason is obvious. It's extremely dangerous to have the two exposed prongs energized when the other side is plugged in. It can electrocute you if you simply touch the prongs or electrify anything conductive that it touches, which can then electrocute someone if they touch that. Plus, potentially...
Reminder, the human body is electrically conductive. So don't even.
If both prongs touch something or a surface at the same time, it might be just conductive enough to let electricity
meanwhile on Uwa
through it and catch fire.
I feel like he would.
Banned has to do with one of the ways people try.
But I don't know if he's that irresponsible enough to do it.
Their generator.
I don't mean that as like a bad thing. It's just it's a really bad thing.
Which I'll explain later. But instead attach this cable between their generator and a random outlet in their house to power their circuits. Now again, you can safely use a generator to power a house in other ways, but this way is illegal because of something called backfeeding. You see, a generator's electricity won't just stop at your house. It will go out from your main circuit breaker back onto the grid. That's backfeeding. And this is bad because if the power is out, that probably means the electrical line workers are working on the power lines, which they assume is not powered, but you just energize those lines. And you know those transformers at the telephone poles? Well, normally they step down the voltage from high voltage to low to power in your house, but they work in reverse too. So you just energize those lines with super high voltage. Best case scenario, the workers realize this is happening and will find you and shut it down.
It's an Uno, it's an Uno reverse card on the power grid, which you definitely should never do.
Generator. Basically, you install a special inlet to attach a female plug from the generator, but importantly, you also install a so-called interlock on your circuit breaker. It's kind of like a bracket, which ensures that you can
main
only
breaker must
activate
be
the
off
circuit
before.
for your generator if you are currently disconnected from the grid, and vice versa. It might also be an automatic device if you have an automatic generator. There's also a third reason these cables are bad that I read from this Reddit post.
Has
that
he said
gives a
why is
more
this yet?
technical reason. You see, in North America, houses actually have split phase power, where 240 volts is split into two separate sets of circuits called buses, each at
It's one of those
220,
things where I feel like
but
it's
out
used
of
for a
phase.
specific
I don't want
use.
to get into explaining that, but basically, if you were to
But
connect two
people are,
outlets that
because
happen
of
to
the
be on
connector,
different
people use
phases,
it for
not only
not
would you
what it should
cause a
be.
short circuit, but the short would be at the full 240 volts, twice as dangerous than a normal short, like between two prongs on a single outlet, which is already bad enough. Next, let's talk about why people might think they
Oh,
want
there
this
we
cable.
go. There's the
I already
why.
explained one of them, which is to improperly connect a generator to their house, but there's another main reason you mostly see around the holidays. If you've ever put up Christmas lights outside, you know that they usually have a male plug on one end and a female plug on the other so you can chain them together. But sometimes people set up all their lights and
Creamy
realize
lights.
they made a mistake. Like maybe they accidentally put the male end at the top of the tree, or maybe one string of lights has the female side way closer to the outlet. So people think, oh, if I just had a double-sided power cord, I could connect them. I've even seen pictures, you may have seen these as well, of signs some hardware stores have had to make telling people that you can't buy these things.
I
but
love
apparently
the
people do that.
signs too.
All right, now on to another topic. I've always seen articles and posts referring to this kind of cable as illegal, but I was wondering, is it really, or have enough people just said it where now people assume that it's actually illegal? And after a ton of time researching, I found that yes, it is in fact illegal in the USA at least. This comes from the rules listed in the National Electric Code, aka the NFPA.
Yay.
I'll show you the exact rule in a second.
Yay,
but some
industry
of you might be
standards, so
thinking,
we
"Wait a
all
minute,
don't do
these
things
rules are actually written
differently.
by a private organization, the National Fire Protection Association, not the government." And that is true, but the key is that every state does adopt those rules into their own laws as is, or with only slight amendments, so they still
Doing
become law. For example,
backyard
take
SRS in
Texas.
your Christmas
In the
lights?
state statutes
Sort
under
of.
Occupation Code, Chapter 1305,
It's
Section
like making a
101,
runner run
General Powers and
backwards,
Duties, it says,
is
"The
how I
executive
guess
director
we
or
would put it.
commission as appropriate shall, after publication of the National Electric Code by the National Fire Protection Association every 3 years, adopt the revised National Electric Code as the electric code for the state." All the states might not adopt the latest version instantly with every new version, but a version is adopted within all 50. Anyway, now let's finally take a look at the specific rule within the electrical code, the latest version being 2023. We can find it under Article 406.7, Paragraph A, and especially B. Connection of attachment
I've tricked
plugs.
you all. We're
Attachment
watching.
plugs shall be
We're
installed
watching
so that
videos
the
about
prongs,
industry
blades, or
standards.
pins are not energized unless inserted into an
so
energized
evil.
receptacle or cord connectors. No receptacle shall be installed so as to require the insertion of an energized attachment plug as its source of supply. And construction of attachment plugs and cord connectors. But then this part is relevant. The cover for the wire terminations shall be a part that is essential for the operation of an attachment or plug connector, dead front construction. Dead front basically means that the end terminals shouldn't have live exposed connections. Now, I looked, and apparently paragraph B has been in the code since 2002. So since then, it has been explicitly prohibited, but the other paragraph...
We've only
has
had
been
this
there
rule
since
for
at least
20 years.
1987, just with a different location and worded slightly different, as you can
Oh.
see here. So it still mentions
Okay.
that dead front construction, meaning it was still implicitly banned even back that far. All right, now one question you surely have is, how did I even get one of these? Well, I was actually able to order it from one of the major online retailers through a third-party seller, but I'd rather not say which. I do believe listings for these get taken down if they are found. It's not like they're allowed, but unfortunately, sketchy sellers still occasionally pop up on a bunch of retailers. Anyway though, now, as promised, here I am destroying this cable. So hopefully you guys learned
Yay,
something
it's
new. If
gone.
you found this video interesting, let me know down in the comments what you thought. Also be sure to give the video a big giant thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to keep watching, speaking of power cords, the next video I recommend is where I talked about how you might be using the wrong USB-C power charging cable. It's not going to be as dangerous, but you're probably not getting as fast charging speed as you could. I'll put that link right there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, for these at least, it's not like you're gonna, like, actually die. It's just like, oh no, my phone is charging slightly slower than usual. What a pain in the butt. Which is better than, oh god, my house is on fire, please send help. you know? Give me a second. I need to change a thing. All right, on to the next video. Also, do you guys look like my new mouse cursor? Hold on. It's me. It's a tiny little me. Because, I mean, since you guys are going to see my mouse cursor all the time, I might as well just, like, make one, or get one commissioned of myself. So, tis me. Right. Let's go to, what was the next video? It's in the list somewhere. Well, actually, some of these are not going to be in or these are in my recommendations anyway, so I feel like we should probably do it, but you know what, let's just do it in order. All right, so this one's from Hippio. I like Hippio for keyboard content, so if you want to hear the funny keyboard noises, the funny good keyboard noises, this is for you. And it's also about all the really annoying ones that they sell on TikTok, apparently, that I can only assume are just trash and overly expensive, because I feel like everything from TikTok is terrible and probably drop shipped from who knows where. Probably China.
Alfred, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Hippio. Look at my new keyboard. It's like the best keyboard on TikTok.
From TikTok?
Yeah.
Wait, what keyboard did you buy?
It's a high ground.
No, you did not just spend $135 on a keyboard from TikTok, right?
Wait, you're saying I could have saved $100?
What do you mean?
What? I bought the new one.
No.
Yeah.
Alfred, no, that's a waste of your money.
No. Don't worry. Don't worry. It wasn't my money. I used your credit card.
No!
I don't know if y'all have been seeing these, but they're like,
thinks is the best gaming
they think they're good, and it feels like it's like I'm being sold a hypebeast stock content.
You don't have to. Why? So you don't have to? Well, a lot of
Ew,
people
that
say
back
this
is
the
so bad.
best keyboard on TikTok, but we're not on TikTok. We're in the real world. And wait, why are they charging $235 for it? Hold on, let me just grab my wallet real fast. Spend $300 real fast, and howdy hey, I'm Hippotech, and I try keyboards so you don't have to. And in my quest to find some of the best gaming keyboards, high ground always comes up as an option that I never consider. Now, I've looked at their keyboards.
Wait, what the hell did that just say on the top? Designed for hype geek culture. Designed for the hype geek. Oh my god, this is terrible. Oh, I hate this. Are they trying to, like, is this a thing? Is this a thing that people are trying to do now? Or are they trying to combine hypebeast and geek? Because if you're a geek, I feel like why would you associate with what?
Playground always comes up as an option that I never consider. Now, I've looked at their keyboards in the past, and let's just say I've been a little bit, if you did a tiny bit of market research.
Did I mention it was household? Did I mention it was orange?
Mean. But like a movie studio that doesn't want to throw away their script, I believe in redemption arcs, and I've been told that High Ground has been making their keyboards better and better. So of course, right as I was going to make this video on their Skystone keyboard, which is the one everybody says is really good, what is this? Wait, they're making another one? And it's way more expensive? Okay, let's just put a pin in that for later. In this video, I'm going to be trying two High Ground keyboards at two very different prices.
Hate that I can't tell the difference between them.
Maybe just a scam.
So first, we're going to be starting with the cheaper keyboard, the $135 Skystone Base 65. Don't worry, we're still going to be looking at the aluminum board that for some reason they decided is worth $100 more.
I'm gonna mention right now, the entirety of the keyboard that I'm typing on right now, like the really good one with like the really good one that sounds really good, and is like pure aluminum, is like about $200.
Now, if you're not into the world of keyboards, let me
And the
give you a
Crony
little bit of
keyboard,
backstory, as you're probably
I made
very
was
confused. High Ground is a brand
imported
that
from
makes
Australia and
hype-beast
costed
gamer stuff.
500.
It's also owned by 100 Thieves, the esports company by Nadeshot. Now, I was a little bit unfair when I looked at their past keyboards, as all they put focus on was marketing. As a marketing major, Hippio Tech, that kind of annoyed me. Speaking of marketing, all they've been doing is marketing this stuff on TikTok because of TikTok Shop. So every time I swipe on my feed trying to
Great unboxing experience, right?
marketing this stuff on
Like, you don't even get, like... I'm assuming there's, like, a protective plastic here. But
TikTok because
it looks really bad.
of TikTok Shop. So
Really
every
like
time
those
I swipe
keyboards?
on my feed
Yeah,
trying to
I
see a
wanted to.
girl in
I
a
built
bikini
another one that
finding
costed
content,
again
I
like
end up seeing these keyboards and kids saying they're the
$150,
best.
and I
Now,
really
look
like
at
typing on
custom
it.
keyboards
And it's themed after Bibu from Hololive EN Advent. It's really good. I actually like it. I like it more than the Ina themed one that I have. That I'm using right now.
and budget keyboards, and I'm always putting a focus.
But I
on
really
what's
like
a
them
great
because they're
value for people.
tactile,
So
and they
when
make
I saw
fun
that the
noises, and
keyboards
they're
started at
useful
$135,
because
I
they're
thought,
keyboards.
that's probably
You
not
know?
a great value, right? But considering it goes on sale
Oh,
for
I
like
don't- that didn't play
87,
on
that
stream.
does make it. a
Yeah,
bit
no,
more
those play on
interesting,
stream
and
for everybody.
I edited that
It
part
did
in
or
because
did
I
not?
didn't know it was going on sale.
No,
for a
those
lot
do.
originally. Now, at
Oh,
first glance,
I'm
this keyboard
sorry.
is
I should turn that
unapologetically
off
plastic.
then.
You've got the plastic keycaps, the
It's
plastic
okay.
case, and you're probably wondering, how is this premium? Well, if you haven't already been slapped in the face
It's all plastic. I
by High
hate
Ground's
it.
branding, there you go. Now, High Ground
Plastic's
does
a
do some
valid
amazingly
material,
cool anime
kind of.
collabs and Pokemon
Kind of.
stuff, and I really like the aesthetic of
It is, but at the same time, like, it's like esports company, an esports hype beast type company is selling these.
Oh, which company is selling this?
High Ground.
I haven't heard of them.
Do you know about the esports organization 100 Thieves? They
Yes.
usually do CS:GO stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
these guys. Those
I
it's
remember because they
those-
had
those
the
boards? But I think I
Totino's
remember
Fortnite
something-
training room.
what?
Oh, we gotta watch that later. I'm sorry. We gotta eventually go down the rabbit hole of.
No,
like,
we're doing that
first-
after this because I need to know.
not being able to
Okay.
put lipstick on a peg or something like that. Or maybe it's you can't put topographical maps on a $30.
This font sucks ass.
It's very bland. This looks like something I'd see on a Dell keyboard.
It's very we
Package
just got
quality.
it's very we bought the OEM product from China and didn't change it.
or
keyboard.
we paid
Needless to
for
say,
like
their
the
keycaps are their
royalty-free
biggest selling
font.
point, but I personally have a few gripes. The first being the
It comes
side and the
free.
front-facing legends that kind of
Comes
just
free
have
with my
maps
keyboard.
running through them haphazardly. I know this
It
is
came
completely
free with the keyboard,
subjective,
so
but
I kind of
it's
like
just
the
not
little
something I
3-star
prefer.
thing, even though I know that's like a generic
You know
symbol
why
you
High
can just take
Ground's
from
slogan,
anything.
The what?
slogan is
The
looks better from up
super key.
here? That's because their keyboards from the front look really gross with all
Yeah.
this front text. But when you're looking at them from above, it looks better from up here.
I wish they were just
Now,
blank,
in the past,
honestly.
when I was looking at high ground keyboards, they really put a focus on things being orange.
Sorry.
Well, I looked away. Oh, why is the PCB orange? That's weird. Don't do that.
Isn't
I mean,
orange all
granted, 90% of the people buying this are never gonna see that, but still.
it's an advertising feature. They advertise it.
Oh no, you're right. Those are hot swap switches. Damn.
No, but they would advertise this PCB. Also, isn't orange the cheapest?
no, green's the cheapest.
I thought orange is the cheapest because green is the solder mask.
Oh, I could be wrong then. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, like from what I remember from my old stuff, orange PCBs are actually the cheapest. Like cheapest option for PCBs because anything that has a color that isn't orange is solder mask. So see this control key right here, like that's a bare PCB, or not. You know what I mean? That's like bare. It's almost like an unglazed donut, you know. Also, the donut. This metaphor is falling apart. Either way, what I'm saying is orange is the cheapest option you can get because it is the default, and everybody's moved on from them because They look like fucking
look cheap.
trash. They look like computers from the 1990s.
And now all of the PCBs are black.
Or
Because
because black's it's easier to hide stuff visually, or blue,
too, I
or
suppose.
green, or if you're a funny person who makes PCBs, it could be honestly any color you want. It just costs a couple cents more. That being said,
it's not that much more.
if you're
I mean,
making that
no
at
sense
scale,
adds up.
this is a money saving measure for sure.
Yeah, because it's like oh, this part is like $2. It's like, yeah, $2 across 100,000
This is like
units.
I want to say that this change would be maybe 30 cents per board. Either way.
And, I mean, come on, I can see why. You've got an orange PCB, orange silicone weight, but I think in the newer builds, they've actually put a focus on making their keyboards better, because the switches in this are very nice. These are TTC linear switches, and sorry tactile or clicky gang, there just aren't options for you. They call them the light flame switches, and they say
I
that High
prefer
Ground
linears
co-designed
anyway,
them, so I'm
so
gonna have
that's
to
fine.
believe them on that. And honestly,
too.
I don't have many gripes on these. I think TTC
All right,
makes
so
some great
I don't know
switches.
how far
I know
deep
Acco's
you want to
used
go
their
on
switches in the
down the
past, and the
esports
factory looping here
headquarters
is pretty
tour,
good.
but I
And you're probably
included
thinking, well,
100
Hithio,
Thieves, which
what's
I'd say
really
is the
bad about this thing
baseline
so
of
far? And
crazy
don't worry,
mixed
I'll
with
share my
okay,
thoughts
it's
on that
not
soon.
the
Now, if you're
worst,
an
but it
RGB
is
fan,
also
the RGB here is a
dystopian.
great touch. However,
And
the
then
north-facing LEDs
I
are pretty
included,
cringe. But like for some reason, I can't figure.
Oh yeah.
Some
I don't-
really cursed and some normal actual buildings.
As much this is kind of stupid also, like RGB lighting, non-see-through keycaps, so you just kind of
Figure
get
out how to get the underglow working, like
muffled
obviously the underglow
lights.
works, right?
Wait, there's no underglow? Why would you have a clear case, which you can clearly see doesn't have any RGB underglow? I know that's like a weird gripe and that's
just look, just
How much is
this-
this thing, by the way?
$135.
That's not great. I feel like I have a Razer keyboard that I bought for about that much.
Actually,
maybe a
let's
little less, and it has
you know
an
what? Let's
aluminum plate.
let's look them up. Hold on, because I don't know how far Razer has gone with their keyboard stuff.
I'm told by some people they've improved, but it like they released a hot swappable keyboard recently.
So basically, okay, so here
With
is
foam.
that's good. Here, let's go to one that
Go to
is
the
the same. I was gonna say
V4 75%. That's probably the best argument for them.
no. I was gonna
V4
say
75 on the left.
no, I was gonna say we can do the same one. We could do the same price,
Well,
but
sure, but still check it.
yeah, let's go for this one. Let's just see what it has now, because I know they did some cost saving measures, but I don't know how it worked out. Wow. Like I don't.
See,
Okay,
It's
Hot
not
swap-
probably like, oh yeah.
it's
you could
not
probably-
bad. This got me kind of shook though.
What?
The fact that they're just like, hey, you can open this up. I remember trying to open up my Black Widow back in the day. It was fucking impossible because they didn't let you.
LTT has an ancient ass video of where they tried to do that.
PCB and case sound dampening foam included. Tape enhanced PCB. Additional screw-in mounts for stabilizer mods. Lubricant stabilizers. This is insane. This actually covers a lot of custom keyboard things people do. Like mods,
Yeah.
screw-in stabilizers, lubrication on the switches. And I'm sure that I can't say for certain because I don't know, is that Razer's Switch QC has probably gotten better over the years because they were the first ones to. They were one of the
Switch out
first.
Cherry.
Not switch out Cherry. It's Cherry's patent expired, so they were able to make their own.
I don't think they ever actually made their own. I think they're just white label.
No, no. I mean, they made a key switch with the production line of one of the bigger keyboard, the keyboard manufacturer, switch companies, because there's like two of them. There's like Cherry, Kale, Kiowa, I think, which it might also just be Kale. Like, regardless, it's not that you make them yourself. It's you make them with the guidance of the manufacturer who makes them.
Yeah.
That's-
They're like, okay, what do you want? It's like, we want this, and like, okay, we can make that for you.
Yeah, exactly. And you can say that you made them in partnership with the manufacturer, and that's all.
Yeah.
And that basically okay. So
Or you can just not say that you made it in partnership with them if you
Yeah.
pay them enough.
I know people, not sure if people care about this, but I mean, like, this one also has media, like, dedicated media controls. That's a plus.
By the way, don't let those colors fool you. Those are plastic.
What are?
The
The
media
buttons?
controls. They're not metal. They're just a shiny finish.
Oh, whatever. Okay. I mean, the case is aluminum, and it looks like it's a lot of aluminum, so that's kind of cool. It comes with a wrist rest, and I know the wrist rest is magnetic, so that's a pretty good W. In comparison to this looks so sad. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's like this just the licensing sticker isn't even like designed. This is straight up an OE.
It's a generic sticker.
It's the most generic sticker I've ever seen.
Which is
And not in a good. It's like
honestly, that's the least egregious part. Who gives a shit?
No, what I'm saying is this is fucking Shenzhen special right here. You know?
Yeah, but like so are most
It's probably
like
the
pre-made
silicone
keyboards
blocking
you
it out
buy.
anyways, but like, why would you
Yeah, but the design on the sticker isn't fucking garbage. At least they have like
make the case
shit
clear?
on there.
This just kind of feels like a toy. A gamer toy. Don't take that out of context.
But you're probably thinking, Hippio, is the keyboard garbage? It's trash, right? High Ground made it. It's terrible, right?
I'm
I read
curious
a lot
now.
online about this keyboard being trash and high ground keyboards being
Trash.
garbage. But first impressions of this
Garbage.
thing, I mean, it's decently lightweight, so if you traveled to competitions or something, maybe that would be good. If I got this keyboard and I was just your average person, this would be a pretty decent keyboard. But then when you factor in the price and the things you could get instead, that's where it gets a little bit more interesting. And I think
Yeah.
there's a couple features missing. Like there's no wireless. And honestly, if you care a
Wait,
lot
what?
about RGB, you probably want something with
Yeah.
shine through. On top of that, I feel like literally when you get this thing, all you're getting that's unique is the keycaps. If you really like High Ground's aesthetic,
That's actually one of the most important things is like the only thing that's special here are the keycaps. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're not even
At that
good.
point, just sell the keycaps separately. but
And they're not
margin's
even
probably
that
not as
good of a keycap.
that is one thing that they do super well.
But maybe this keyboard is going to be best if you mod it. Well, as far as modability goes, the fact
I just realized what this is. It's I'm pretty sure this is Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark.
I don't think specifically. I think that's just kind of a symbol that a lot of stuff uses. Like I've seen that like a lot of
No, I was mistaken. I was thinking about Rarity's cutie mark.
nerd.
It looks the same. Don't
this
look
thing
at
is
me.
hot swap is actually
I'm
really
looking
great.
at you. I
You just
can't
have to
stop.
remove a couple of the keycaps to take the thing apart, which that's fine. I've definitely seen much worse. However, because of the north-facing LEDs, it definitely limits what switch and keycap combos you could use with this case. Although, I mean, if you're buying a high ground keyboard, you're probably buying it for the keycaps, right? Right?
But would you even need to mod this? They covered a lot of the basic bases here, which kind of left me wondering, why does it feel so lackluster? And part of that I kind of boiled down to the aluminum plate. It's just kind of amplifying all of the rough, sharper sounds in a case where you'd want to be optimizing for deeper sounds.
It
So they're
goes
kind of just
tw-
fighting
it does
themselves
make
here.
twang
The
noises.
stabilizers, the LEDs
Ugh.
are fine. The switches are fine. But Hippio,
Fine.
what about the feel? Does it feel good? No? Yes? Maybe? It's not gasket mounted,
No.
so you're not going to get any of that nice bouncy flex, and your general typing experience is going to be fine. Just fine.
Woo, yeah.
Editor's
Now,
note, this
similar to
feels
what
like a
we did
big
with the
nothing
first high
burger
ground
with a side
keyboards,
of
let's
fries.
tackle their marketing and see what wild
Oh,
claims
boy.
they made with this one. Are they being honest?
On their website, they call it easy to customize and hot swap. Mostly, you have to take off keycaps to customize it. That's fine. I'll give them 1 point. Weighted feel and thok. It feels really light. Thok, spelt with 2 C's.
Nah.
You have way too many sharp high-end sounds in there. Here's where it gets kind of funny, because they say it has a durable plate and enhanced acoustics. The aluminum plate, it is durable. They got that going for them. But I think that actually
Metal
makes
is
the
aluminum,
acoustics
yes.
a lot worse, but that is totally subjective. That's fair. Honestly, if you got this thing,
I mean,
you wouldn't
isn't
be
most of them
disappointed.
are
But
using
you know
aluminum?
what
I feel like
might
stainless steel
make you
or some other metal
disappointed
would be
is
like
if you
excessive.
spent $100
Or not
more
durable
for
enough.
Nah, some of other ones for plates can do other materials outright, like stainless
no.
steel,
Yeah, but stainless
brass,
steel's like heavier.
acrylic,
It can rust.
polycarbonate.
Well, those aren't
like-
metal then.
I know they're not metal, but they're still durable and make at least the acoustics not sound like ass.
I feel like aluminum isn't that bad, but I
An aluminum version.
Hold on,
Ooh,
I have a keyboard that has an
Now,
aluminum
as I
back
said before,
on it,
after I had bought the first keyboard, we got
and
the
it has like a
announcement for the
weird
second,
twang
and
to it,
immediately
because you feel
I
like
had
it,
to buy
you
it.
hear
Thank
the
God
metal
It was
bit.
in stock, so after a short while, it arrived.
Well,
But
yeah, but
there's going to
wouldn't
be a
foam fix
couple
that?
things we need to look at.
Some things that we're going to be looking for.
Not
when
as
we
much
check
as
this
you
out. On the
think.
website,
Alright.
they say it's a flagship 65% keyboard with die sub PBT.
Like if you're already in the if you're already in the depths of doing this, you might as well just get a different base plate.
Dreamland linear switches. They
What?
say the new upgrades are an improved gasket feel, triple dampening foam, and an FR4 flex cut plate. So they fixed the aluminum from my last gripe. Okay, they have screw-in stabilizers. That's a plus. Let's go high ground.
Media
How many
offline.
years did it take? Okay, that's fine. Durable plate and enhanced acoustics. They copy pasted that from the aluminum one. Come on, guys.
Now, obviously, High Ground is really good at marketing, but are they really good at making an
Are they really good at
enthusiast-grade
marketing?
keyboard?
Maybe this thing will be incredible. I
They're
don't
only
know.
selling on
Maybe High
TikTok.
Ground, I'm gonna make a
I don't wanna
High
say
Ground
that
apology video. That's
sucks.
gonna be like,
Yeah.
Actually,
High Ground was the best
so
keyboard
bad.
ever. Who knows,
They're
maybe
only
that's
no,
gonna be
it's
my
they're
apology
only
video.
selling on
Let's see how
TikTok,
long this
and the
thing is.
YouTube shorts that I've seen for this have basically fucking roasted
Now, with
this
all of
guy
my
a
thoughts
lot,
about the
or
marketing
not this guy in particular. He's great. The brand as a whole, because they're all like, this is way too expensive. You can get a much better keyboard for maybe half this price.
By the way, let's keep those at the back of our minds as we go through the unboxing. The unboxing for this board was already a tinge more premium.
We've got an NFT. Please don't screenshot. We've got another NFT. Please don't screenshot.
oh
And
my god.
that's remarkably heavy. Oh wait, that's kind of sounding like a Minecraft blacksmith anvil. I'll set that to the side.
Huh. You like my Minecraft villager impression? Well, this is a switch puller, and this is a
That's
screwdriver
nice.
built into a keycap puller. I figured that out later. That's
kinda
actually pretty
cool.
cool. This is
That's
a great touch for
cool.
any keyboard, as most people don't have weird.
I can get
screwdriver
both.
Probably a
screwdrivers,
generic
so
part,
if you
but
want to take your
I
keyboard
can
to
get
have
both.
going
I can get
this.
both on
There's also a
AliExpress for
braided
a
USB-C
dollar.
cable, which I was a little
Cool.
bit disappointed to
A
see. the
dollar in
ends of were
value.
plastic, but it is pretty standard, so I'll give them that. Similar to me showing up to a date in a suit, the first impressions were good, but
Was the Minecraft
once you got
villager
a little
grunt
bit
intentional?
deeper,
A
things
little
got
bit.
more interesting. The case has this
Ah.
really angular, mountainous look.
really
and I
good at
like
it
the
for some
engraved
reason.
mountain in the back, and
Ah.
obviously the keycaps are the same
Ah.
standard high ground keycaps.
Hmm.
Yup.
I feel like if you're making like a super premium keyboard, then maybe like people will know how to touch type. So I'd love to see them get a little bit bold with just a pure topographic design.
What did that
As
just
far as
fucking say? Fun fact, symbol on the win key is an iPhone emoji. Oh, that's what it is. It's the three sparkles.
Oh yeah, it's just a generic Unicode. That's why it's you see it
Also
everywhere.
look at the whole I don't
I'd
know
love to
if this isn't oh no. This isn't the image. This isn't the encoding or anything. But this little logo is fucking like jagged as shit.
That I don't know how much control they'd have over that. It depend. I guess it depends. It does speak to the cheapness, but
No. Well,
Yeah.
okay, but there's that, but also look at that's garbage, but look at the no, well, I mean, compare this to the high ground shift key. That is very clear, defined. There's even more detail in here
oh yeah,
that has a higher resolution than what the fuck this is.
yeah.
I feel like they straight up took the emoji, blew it up.
See them get a little bit
I
bold
doubt
with
it.
just
It's
a pure
probably
topographic
the
design.
machine that they
As far as the
use.
aluminum
It's
goes,
still bad. Ugh.
it's a little bit anvil-y. I don't think this is made with like 6063
NPC
premium
studios.
hyper grade Star Wars.
Apparently
level
the
aluminum.
ice cream's so
However,
good.
there is a way
person
that we can fix that, which I'll be showing you
freaked
later
out
in this
on the
video.
internet
Well, we
again.
can't actually fix the aluminum that they chose for the board, but we can fix some of the errors that it causes. And overall, comparing this to the Skystone, this is a more premium keyboard.
like
so
the
price
slant,
increase does
so that's
seem
nice.
valid here, but it's to the extent that they've increased the price that it gets a bit questionable, especially if you consider the discounted price of the Skystone.
Well,
but
I
we'll
doubt
talk
a lot
about
of
that
people getting
later.
this off
But
TikTok
let's take
are
off the
true.
keycaps and let's take a look at the Dreamland linear switches. Aren't you just dreaming? Also, editor Hippio note, literally as I was filming this, they dropped the price of this keyboard to $188 on sale. Still $100 more than the other one though, so that part still holds. The keycaps are of the same exact quality as their other keyboards, so they're not the best dye-sub quality. And they do actually have a bare bones version of this keyboard for $132. So if you didn't like their keycaps and wanted this aesthetic for some reason, you could get that. As of recording the voiceover, I couldn't really find much info on these Dreamland linear switches other than the fact that they are Dreamland linear switches. So if I find anything else, I'll put it on screen. But these are perfectly fine. And wait, is that what I think it is?
They finally did it! South-facing LEDs! A round of applause. Congratulations. You finally made the most simple change.
You'll also notice PE foam on the PCB as well as screw-in stabilizers, which are a great touch. Now these switches do feel like very nice linear switches, so they've got that going for them, which is nice. However, there's nothing that makes them feel any better than any of the other high ground switches that I've tried. So,
yeah, I'm a
on
touch
top of that,
typer,
the gasket
so
performance
I
that
don't
they
really
talk about
mind too much.
is
That's why I can go
non-existent.
for designs like this.
Literally, you get more flex on their board that isn't gasket mounted than you do on this.
I know gaskets are supposed to do a little bit more than just
That's
add
not
flex,
good.
but there's no flex.
Okay, but surely this keyboard at least sounds incredibly premium, right? They've got the aluminum case, they've got the 3 layers of foam. So before we get crazy and open this thing up, let me show you a sound test and you let me know what you think.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
I mean, Rose, you're right. Like, a lot of
Clicky
people buying this
noises.
probably don't have the best touch typing, but
What is
that's
the
not the
phone
point.
doing?
People are buying this for
This
the appearance. They
is
don't really care about how good it is as an actual product. It's
dues?
It's-
it's a novelty.
Oh, no. Oh,
merch piece.
you weren't here when you saw the branding of the box. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I must have missed that. I was like kind of looking in, but I was also talking with someone before I hopped
It
on
was
the call.
it was like 2 seconds of the initial branding. Let me see it. Because it made me like
That kind of annoyed me.
want to die on the inside. Where the hell is it?
Just grab my wallet real fast, spend $300.
Where is it?
Orange.
and
It's
let's
somewhere
better.
in here.
So of course, very different prices.
I was
This is
ranting
what
about
they
it
for.
a very
Just a
significant
scam.
amount of time. But long story short is on the branding,
The cheaper.
they call it
The $135. Fred, what are you doing?
Oh, hey.
like
You're
Hype
saying
Beast
I could've
plus
saved
Geek.
$100?
What do you mean?
And
bought
I
the new
actually,
one.
it made me so
Fred,
angry.
No, that's a waste of your money.
No,
I mean, it's
don't-
typical
don't
trendy
worry,
packaging for any
don't worry,
like.
wasn't
It
my
is.
money.
Companies sacrifice
your-
hard on quality to make something that looks trendy. Target has been doing it for years, and
It is, but I'm just like,
because the product is like, okay, it may be expensive, but at least it does its job. And I guess this
Put it on
technically
screen,
does its job.
but
It will
this-
work. It's
this
just
is-
you're
it's
getting ripped
it's
off
mid,
hard.
but you're selling it for higher.
South-facing LEDs.
And
Yeah.
A round of applause.
Where was I?
Congratulations.
Sound test. More people wanted to watch the sound test because noises are fun.
Yeah, they just want to hear what it sounds like. They don't care about.
You still hear
anything else.
quite a lot of ping. What is the foam doing? This is $235 US dues? What?
Reminder, you can buy 2 other keyboards plus a keycap set for the same price.
Not really still. You get quite a lot of case ping. It's a keyboard. It's pretty good even, but is it $235 worth
You know
of
what's the
keyboard?
worst part? I
Well,
almost
you're
fell
probably
for these
wondering,
things.
Well, Hippio, what if I mod it? What if I take
What
this
thing?
keyboard apart?
The-
and
the-
do a couple
this
things to
company.
it? Well, don't worry,
Why?
I've got you covered.
Let's open it. Let's
They had a Gundam crossover.
Oh, I mean, like I said, they're doing it for the looks. They know how to market and they know how to make something that looks good. That's all really people care about. Like I doubt that these companies are under any illusion that they're selling to they are selling to enthusiasts, but they probably see videos like this and realize it's like it doesn't look good for them to be selling like junk.
It doesn't. Oh,
minimal
yeah, there we
effort
go.
Junk.
Look,
And who knows?
quote
maybe
unquote,
there are-
limited drops. This makes me want to die inside.
And who knows? Maybe one of their some of their staff actually do want to make like good products.
Good stuff. Pokemans, Yu-Gi-Oh, Attack on Titan, some special drop, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, the Amora Bay one is kind of cute. And the Majin Buu's all right. Some of
That's
these
a
I'm
de-
like,
that's a-
oh, you literally just took a screenshot.
We
and
took
placed
a
it on
image
those
and
keycaps,
put it on. No, yeah, some of these are literally we took an image and put them on the keycaps.
which is I'm never into.
Not-
It looks like cheap. And,
I'm like,
and
you're
not
gonna
good.
use this and it's gonna go away real fast, dude.
Yeah.
GJK. There's see here are the Gundam ones, and these actually look
That's
good
a little bit better.
with the art. Like that looks.
Yeah.
These look nice. These look nice. $60 key set though, I don't trust that for $60. Like also, it looks like the keycap set is only for their keyboards. It doesn't come with. It doesn't come. Yeah, 68 keycap set. It doesn't even have enough for like your own stuff. Like you can't. I can't
It's not
put.
a standard layout.
Well, it's not a complete layout. It's not the complete 104, which is everything in numpad. I mean, people don't really use the numpad that much, but still. Like, this was their first collab, and, like, this looks good. When I don't look at it.
Imagine the Gundam
from the
brand
side.
also has a higher standard of quality.
In aesthetics, yeah, they do.
Well, I just mean like they demand a higher standard than some
Ev-
other
yeah.
brands.
Everything else was literally, let's just put a JPEG on the keyboard.
Let's open
Yeah,
it.
because like fucking Toriyama and
And this part
Toei
is
don't
actually
fucking
super
give a
worth
shit
watching
about
because
Dragon
in
Ball's
just a
brand
couple minutes,
integrity.
with just a couple dollars,
Yeah.
I can make this keyboard
Otherwise,
sound
half of
a
South
lot
America
better.
would be in
And
court
that's
right
because
now.
they cut a couple corners with their manufacturing. Anytime that you have cheap
Some
pieces
people
of
know what I'm
aluminum
talking
and have
about in the
metal on
chat.
metal contact, then you're gonna get some ping. So we're gonna be deploying my good friend, the Force Break mod. And no, I have no idea why it's called that. No idea. I'm only gonna force break your heart. Taking apart this keyboard, super easy. Just remove a couple keycaps and bing bong, you've got access to the screws. Then with
Bing
a little bit of
bong.
movie magic, we unscrew it with our WoW stick and the top plate comes right off. Now the mod that I'm gonna be doing is something that they definitely could have done at the factory, albeit hopefully less janky. Opening this thing up does reveal the dampening foam and it does reveal the tuning fork of a top plate, and it also reveals all of the places where metal on metal contact could potentially be made. In this case, I had my editor take a bunch of painter's tape, and in typical hazing activities, I had them force break this keyboard. This is essentially where you take tape or some type of foam, and you put it on all of the spots where it's going to make metal on metal contact. I'm not sure we did this entirely perfectly, but as you'll see in the final result, it will greatly improve the sound. Now, the feel, we can't really do that much about that. They used stock gaskets, which is great, but the gaskets are just not very flexy whatsoever.
The
So
tape
I'm
is
just gonna
also
put a
used to
layer of tape
dampen
on
the
back of
noise,
keyboard,
for anyone
and bada
wondering.
bing, bada boom. I'll give you my final sound test at the end, but it was time to figure out, is this thing actually worth it? Or are these high ground keyboards worth it at all? And that's where it gets a little bit more interesting.
Why
I'm
did my
gonna be
Steam
honest,
Deck become
guys,
disconnected
I
from
think
my computer for
I
a
like
second?
the cheaper
Or
one
Stream Deck,
more.
excuse
Like
me.
the actual typing experience on these switches just feels a little bit better, and I'm not quite sure why. And then the sound, totally subjective, but I actually prefer it on the cheaper Skystone board. The ping from the aluminum just is not coming
I
through
still
in a
think
premium
I have-
way whatsoever.
they
So
they're
what are
still
my final thoughts on this thing?
funnier
Is it
keyboards
worth
to build and aren't as
$235?
aesthetically great
Frankly,
as this.
That's for you to decide. Honestly, this keyboard
This is not worth
fine
it.
and maybe even pretty good. But for the price, you're kind of left wondering why. Like, it's missing wireless, it's missing a fancy weight, and if I was buying cheap aluminum, I would expect it to be $89. Now, their other keyboards, slightly more affordable. In fact, I've even seen them go on sale for as cheap as 90 bucks on TikTok. And I do think that people calling them trash is a little bit detractive because I think they're still fine keyboards. And
They're-
ultimately,
yeah.
keyboards come down to
It's not that they're
preference. So as
bad,
much
it's
as
that
I
they're
hate it, you
mid.
could really like them.
But they're being
ultimately,
sold as
what do I think for high ground?
peak.
I think you guys just need to keep working
Let's
on
just
it.
use the
Maybe
Zoomer-
3 or 5
let's just
years
use the
of
Zoomer
iterations,
terms.
and you'll finally have a keyboard that
They
was
think
really,
it's
really,
Kino,
really
but it
great,
is
like
just
2
mid.
years ago. Maybe make them cheaper, and maybe stop marketing to kids on TikTok like it's the only thing you do. Please, I can't. I'm a marketing major, and it's a big L. Out of all of the keyboards, this is definitely.
I mean, he
one
says
of
it's a
them.
big L, but
Howdy,
I guess
hey,
if
I'm
they're
Hippio
selling
Tech,
them
and you're
enough to
probably
where he's
thinking,
covering
wow,
them, then
Hippio,
they're,
you look
they're
so
doing okay.
handsome today. And that's because I've got my Howdy Hey shirt on. Check this out. If you also want a Howdy
does
Hey
suck that
shirt,
they're
or
only
maybe
through,
you're
like,
a hoodie
a
person
specific
or a
shop.
hat person.
Yeah, there's some
I
people
sponsor
trying
a
to
new
sell
line
it
of merch,
as
and
the
you can check
shit
it out
on
for a limited
YouTube
time
shorts,
at the
and they
link
are
down
not
below. You
great.
can also click the shop button.
Ah.
Everyone that buys one has a small chance of getting a special personal
Immediate
thank you and Howdy
recommendation.
Hey
$89
Please go
keyboard.
below. Howdy, hey.
Like-
Howdy, hey. Howdy, hey.
Okay. I just want to hear the comparison. That's pretty good. But yeah, no, I hear like a high ping in there. Maybe I'm the weird one with really picky ears. That might be it. Let me see here. Oh. Meow, meow, meow. Okay. That's good, though. Alright. Next video. Okay. The next one I want to show is the Tetris video.
Oh, I thought you wanted to look at the cursed.
Oh,
headquarters.
right. No. Give me. I want to see
Yeah,
the...
I DM'd you. The 100 Thieves one is the first one.
We built the best gaming facility in the world. $1 million tour.
If you want to die, take a shot every time you see a brand on screen that isn't 100 Thieves. That is clearly a sponsorship.
YouTube, how the fuck you doing? Hey guys, Nate Shot.
That is already a fucking flex, and I hate him.
Yeah.
He pulled up in a fucking... What was that? Bentley?
It's a Jeep, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not a Jeep.
YouTube.
What's the
No, it's a Beamer. It's a BMW.
Yeah, that's a fucking BMW.
It's the shittiest BMW.
Fucking
I've ever
oil.
seen.
Man over here cosplaying an oil, like a Saudi oil prince. Like, come on.
YouTube, how the fuck you doing? Hey guys, Nate Shot. Today, I'm bringing a brand new video.
Already.
This is the most excited I have
Yeah.
ever been in our company's history. 2 years ago, we started off in a bedroom. And for those last 2 years, we have been working tirelessly day in
Why
and
did
day
you-
out to bring this
Why are
space
you
to life.
taking up the
What we're going
wheelchair
to do is
accessible
elevate
ramp,
all
man?
facets of our business. Content, apparel, and esports. It's all going to live right here. And that's
Is that
why
a Cash
I'm
App
so
sponsorship
excited
on their
to welcome
jerseys?
you all
No,
to
don't
the
worry, it
100
gets better.
Thieves Cash App
That's not the only
compound.
Cash App
Let's go
sponsorship
take a
you'll
look.
I didn't see that, and I'm like, why is that a green app logo? Are you fuck? They're
Let's take a look. All right. Come on in.
wait. That's it.
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
hold up. No. I wanted to see the overhead real quick. That's it.
It's a warehouse. It's an office building.
It used to be a yeah. This is just a warehouse.
You'd be surprised how common that is. And also, this is LA.
I'm also I'm gonna
Probably,
mention I'm also
smart.
gonna mention my local sports team, my local esports, my now defunct local esports team had a much smaller venue than this, so I don't blame them. But also at the same time,
Yeah, but also the
God,
Overwatch-
it looks so
also
bad.
The Overwatch League made no money. At least these guys make some money.
Yeah, but mine was funded by Kraft, so
Yeah. Anyway. The
is
100
it called
Cash App.
Cash
For the
App
first time
Compound?
ever, it brings me so much joy to start this tour at our wonderful foyer, or foyer, however you want to say it. We have the lovely Jess here, our operations manager at 100 Thieves. Right behind her, we have the 100 Thieves D-Boss branding smack dab in the middle of the wall, hits right in the face as
One.
you walk in. Jess, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Like your usual.
I would love the usual. I'm so glad you asked.
Got you.
All right, thank you, Jess.
That's not what that
Doing
hole
great.
was
I'll
used
see you in
for,
a bit.
but okay.
Moving on, we're here at the Rocket Mortgage League of Legends training room. The first 2 years we were at
Oh,
the Rocket
a mortgage
team house,
company.
and it was incredible
Okay,
for what it did.
I'm
for our
counting
team.
these. This is
year,
two.
Rocket Mortgage gave us the opportunity to elevate.
Wait, hold up. What is that bro? What's that
Incredible.
watch?
Oh,
Bro,
I
what's
don't
that?
know. It's probably a Rolex. Who knows? Some rich dude shit.
It's I'm like, bro. I was like, the fuck, man? You selling some brain force? Like, what?
Nothing.
Incredible for what
Yes,
it
I'm
did for our
calling
team.
him an Alex
This year,
Jones
Rocket
type.
Mortgage gave us the
This culture is so
opportunity to
alien to me.
elevate our
It's
teamwork
alien
and our
to me,
chemistry by
too.
Having the players in-house at the 100 Thieves Cash App compound every single day. Let's go say hello.
Because it's
Well, notice there are no windows in this room.
Brent. This is clearly not meant like with the Blair piping. Also, this is very clearly mimicking a stock ticker, and I'm like, this is I hate
Papa
this.
Smithy.
Actually,
How you
Brother.
doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
also, I sincerely hate how bland and white this place is, and I'm not talking about the players.
Unironically though, this would give me sensory deprivation, like being.
Oh yeah, no. Unironically, the lighting in this room sucks. I need a window.
Please. Put
Why
one
does this
window.
look
It's
like
fire
a-
hazard.
What? Well, I mean, there's an emergency exit like right there.
I mean, okay, fair enough. It's open to the outdoors.
God, look at the font on the left.
Oh,
What is? That's the free font that came with the room.
how you doing, man?
I'm good.
That's the
good.
free font that came with the room, man.
Copenhagen was great, but I'm focusing on the now. This compound, I've been all around the world. This place is insane.
They're really trying to make this like so much bigger than it is.
They get paid.
Well, I'd love to hear
I
that.
know.
We got to give a big shout out to Secret Lab and NZXT for providing us with the best chairs and computers
that's
that
two
you could
more.
ask for in esports.
Two.
And we
Little
have
less
two
absurd,
players,
but
and
two
I'm
more.
so glad.
Those
have
two are
returned back to
understandable. Did you include the Red Bull sponsorship in the count yet?
That they have not said the word Red Bull once. It doesn't count.
It was in a shot of B-roll with the fridge.
Yeah, but it was there for a second. That's different than saying Red Bull and being like, look.
Thanks to Red Bull? Okay, we're not counting. Okay, so we're not counting all the corporate sponsorships. We're counting the corporate sponsorships that are in the video. Also, this dude is browsing on fucking Teams?
Thieves. Meteos and Someday are
Or
back.
Discord light theme.
That doesn't look like... No, that's YouTube.
Oh, okay. No.
He's browsing YouTube for some reason.
Hi, Someday.
Hello.
Hi, Meteos.
Hey, Nate.
At
You
least
gonna win some matches this year?
At least pretend to be doing
I
something.
wasn't
Like that.
expecting that, but
Like the other guy is watching a league replay, so it looks like he's doing something.
Someday, you have no idea how many hot dogs I'm gonna get you this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
There's the
Okay,
Red Bull
well, I'm gonna
fridge.
let you guys get back to it.
The fucking sugar-free Red Bull fridge.
Promise me wins, and that is what we're gonna do. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it.
Hey, doesn't this also kind of look like a WeWork space?
I guess maybe a little bit. It's not industrial.
What are you guys
enough.
doing?
Doug told us to restock the retail space.
Moving product, baby.
Why is there a retail
For the
space?
first time ever, 100 Thieves is opening up our very own retail and pop-up shops throughout the year. I cannot wait for you guys to see what we have.
Valkyrie had a voice acting role. How deep does this rabbit
Now
hole
we're moving on to
go?
the boardroom. This is where the best and brightest at 100 Thieves talk about how we're gonna elevate this company day in and day out.
A
you guys up to?
boardroom.
Hello.
What's up?
What are you guys doing?
We're waiting for John.
You waiting for John?
Yep.
He's late?
Yep.
Again?
As usual.
I'm gonna have to talk to him about that. COO should never be late. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep it moving.
Side note, why doesn't it lock? Why doesn't the boardroom lock?
Moving forward, we are heading
don't need
into
it
the
to
brand new
I feel like
production
it should.
studio
Well,
here
I
at
mean,
Cash
it should
App
be
Compound.
like.
I've been creating content
whatever,
for
never
about
mind.
10 years, and I promise you the tech and capabilities that this
So
room
this is
has
the
is
streamer
going to
room.
allow us to elevate our content to new
Okay.
heights never seen before in gaming. So let's go inside and show you what we've been working on.
There's always stuff going down, and who the
Oh,
he's
no,
always.
this is.
Oh, yeah, what up, Matt?
Hi, Yasuo. How
What's
you
up, man?
doing,
How you
brother?
doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
What do you think of the room so
This
It's good. You know, I'm shooting
is this what you meant by content room?
No, this is not the one I meant. This is a
some crazy
content
stuff.
room, but
Crazy
this
stuff.
isn't
I don't think we can talk too much
the one
about
I
it
initially
yet.
meant.
But the room is really crazy. You know, the video wall, 6K graphics, whatever that means, is going off.
far? This room is absolutely unbelievable. The video wall, the lighting, whether it's podcasts, whether it's
This
skits.
one's all right. I'm okay.
This one's all right. Where did this come from? That's kind of That's a huge desk.
docu-series, fun challenge videos,
that's
really
pretty
anything under the sun. I
Oh wait, no. It's kind of a big desk.
really believe in this room we're going to be able to make
Wait, no. I want to see the mixing
docu-series, fun
equipment.
challenge videos, really anything under the sun. I really believe
All these fucking MTV crib shots and all just eye back rooms. Yeah. Studio speakers,
in this room we're going to be able to make the best
audio
content
setup.
gaming.
I'm
so
not
glad you're a
too
part of it. One of
privy
the
for
other
the
great
audio
things
setup. These are all Shure SM7Bs. I fucking hate this. I want to go
about this room
home.
is-
an industry standard.
They're not industry standard. It's
Yes, they are.
streamer standard. It's streamer industry standard. There's a difference.
They're also very common in the podcasting industry, even in pro setups.
They are because they're good podcasting mics.
Not just a video wall. We have two different sets to play with. 2020 is going to be a big year, and I'm so
This
glad.
is the most normal part.
And I'm
of
so
this
glad
whole
you're a
tour.
part of it.
Honestly,
Keep moving.
okay, fair.
Touch me
Fun, fun,
twice.
whatever the hell you're shooting.
Fair, I guess. I
we
wish they
move on
said
to
something
streaming
about the
studios, we're
cameras.
biggest
Okay, here we go.
creators
No,
in
no.
the entire world
so
to
pause
do
real
what they
quick,
do best.
pause. Imagine you're a full-time streamer. You stream like 8 hours a day, 5
I
days a week.
already see the problem with this setup.
Oh yeah, wait till the door opens.
No, can we talk about how there's no roof for these?
I think there is a roof, but
In a home away from home here at the 100 Thieves Cash App.
Also, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
My therapy office.
Compound. Let's take a look inside streaming studio.
This looks exactly like my therapy office with the lack of
You're
ceiling.
here. You're in LA.
I'm here.
Do you love it?
Oh, that's concrete. Oh, that's
I
concrete.
am
That's
so
cinder
happy
block.
because we have 4 of these studios, dual PC setup, 3 monitors,
no
lights,
window.
camera action, studio soundproofing. It is unbelievable.
I feel like the no window thing is understandable, sort of, in this setup.
No, I still think there should be a window to the outdoors.
I just want you to be able to focus on what.
I mean, also, we are talking about this is a warehouse, so there is no. I think my mom worked in a juvie prison in the 70s
makes
that
you
looked like
money and
this.
what
Yeah.
You do best.
I have never.
We just took
ever had
a
setup
we
like
just.
this before.
Oh my god, that's like 3 people. It's gonna get so hot in this area. What the fuck?
Well, there's 3 separate little booths like this.
No, I know. I meant like, assuming that. Well, look, it's very enclosed.
I'm sure
And
it
there's
has
foam.
an
It's
HVAC system.
yeah, but that's gonna mess up with the streaming noise.
I'm really excited to be here.
That's music to my ears.
That's
I got the
looks
rest
like a
of the tour to
dynamic
do.
mic.
All right, you
I'll
have
see you in a
fun.
bit. You guys have no idea how excited I am to finally have Brooke here in LA. Streaming studio number 2. We're gonna say hello to who joined us today.
To be honest,
What's up,
what's in
brother?
these
What's up, man?
studios
You made
is
it.
incredibly
How you like the room?
That's amazing. It's got
not
everything I
that
need to make money.
expensive.
I like that, man. You got your personal ATMs. Well, you
I'm
keep
curious,
cooking up.
like, who
We're gonna
is
say
this
hello
for?
to whoever's in the next room.
Hey, tell them to keep it down over there.
They're being too loud?
Too loud.
Like
All right,
each
well,
one,
I'll
like
say something. I don't know who's
it's an
inside.
esports
I'll
organization,
definitely
so there's
tell them.
different streamers, and then and then there's yeah.
Listen, I'm glad you guys came. I hope you guys like the streaming studio. You guys can use it
I feel
whenever
like
you want, but
the amount of people in this, there's already a fire hazard for this room.
Maybe.
Like the occupancy limit, I think in this room is 2. I feel like flaunting all this sponsorships and business stuff, it's like it's not the early 2000s. People don't like capitalism.
I need you guys to just keep it down.
I
Other
think
people
this is
trying to make
mainly
money
for
here
their
too.
fans. People did absolutely mock this when it came out.
We're clearly
next
dunking
room,
on it live right
forgot-
now.
wait.
Why is this under who blurred this? What happened? What happened to them?
We can't talk about that. Hasn't been announced. That's coming soon.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Team did an incredible job with the streaming
is Drake,
studios,
by the
but
way.
now
That's
we're checking
Drake.
out the Counter-Strike room. We're gonna keep it down because I think the guys
This wall is the most color I've seen in this entire fucking
And it's
compound.
are practicing.
And detail. We get it, you guys are cool gamers, but shoeies aren't cool. Shoeies aren't cool.
Yeah, it's just kind of gross.
Shoeies aren't cool. Never do them. If you do, you're just a drunken idiot. Also, okay, I appreciate the HVAC in this room, but also the no windows is still fucking me up, fam. These aren't even real shoeies. These are fake shoeies. The shoe's not even wet. They're fucking faking. They're not even. They know how stupid shoeies are, so they didn't do it in this room.
I mean, imagine if they had
Moving
scripted
on.
over that brand new
Fortnite.
Imagine who was the guy who wanted them to do that in the script, by the way.
All right, so you've
What do you
seen
mean
League of
it's
Legends.
time?
We just stopped off at CS:GO, but one of the biggest investments we
Can we
made
put
in
the Vice stay for the
2018
sweet hat?
was our
Hell yeah,
Fortnite
I have
team.
a
We some of
sweet
the
hat.
best players in the world that are going to be training here every single day in the Totino's Fortnite training room. I'm not entirely sure what's going on in here, but let's go say hello.
Exit route.
Next, there's Grandma with controller in hand, battling for the high ground right now.
Jack.
What,
Jack.
dude?
What are you doing?
I'm doing exactly what I should be doing. This is the 100 Thieves Totino's Fortnite training room, and I'm training just like they are.
I mean, it was more for the players, but I can't say that you're wrong.
You can do that, but also,
Dude, I'm kind of jealous.
bro, you can do that, but also if they're actually playing, you should shut the fuck up.
Anyways,
Real.
There's a big ass Totino's logo in this.
Where? Yeah, no, I'm waiting. Where's the big ass Totino's
Dream
logo?
come true for any
maybe they put the
Fortnite
Fortnite.
There it
competitor.
is.
There it is.
The entire goal was to make sure that our players are
It's-
stage ready when it's
There it
time to
is.
compete for real cash.
The
All they're
Sonic
doing, cranking.
fucking
I've been in here for 6
anniversary
hours, and I'm having a
sponsorship
blast just
stream
watching 'em.
was better
Look
with
at
the
this, we see some of the
Totino's
most talented
Pizza Roll
players
room.
in the world
I
here
love
trying
that
to elevate
room.
And
that's a great point. Wait,
It's better and significantly funnier.
Don't you guys got something you should be doing? Come on. We talked about this. Let's keep it moving.
Teenage millionaire.
Jack, I'm really glad you love the room. Totino's did an incredible job. I'm excited to see what we do in 2020
What did
together.
Totino's do?
I guess you can stay along.
They put a single logo
There's real work going on down there.
on the wall and left.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's advertising, baby.
Our players
Don't
have
you
the
love
best,
capitalism?
and so does our production team.
I wanna burn
bay number 1 and editing bay.
Wait, hold on. Where's the fucking
Our players
fire
have the
exit?
best, and so does our production.
Why is this labeled exit route? Wait, are you supposed to exit the building in the event of a fire? You
Well,
first have to cross the Dotino's Fortnite training route.
That's not a fire exit because it's green. Fire exits are red. Green is just an exit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought all emergency exits were now green.
That's news to me, but all right.
Yeah, no, it's because the U.S. started swapping over from the red exit rooms to the green, like, you know, the man running out of door iconography.
Yeah.
Because we were the ones who apparently did not adopt it until now. So that's why I thought that these were green.
Maybe. I don't know. Next.
Sucks to be red-green colorblind. I mean, if it says the word exit and/or has an icon of a dude fucking getting out of the building, I feel like you would need to know, you would hope to know what they are. They're green. Yeah, they're green everywhere else except in some old buildings in America.
Also, even if it is green, it's lit, so like you're still gonna see it. Like your eyes
Production
still
team.
sense
We have editing bay number 1 and editing
You
bay
could see
number
the
2. We're
word
gonna check in with Mark
exit.
and Logan and see what they're working on.
Just got some new explosions. Trying to figure out which one I like more, though.
I love new explosions.
of
It's
a
my
window,
favorite
this
part
is
of
alright.
this job. Number 1 is 100% the best. Let's go with that.
That's exactly
I
what
don't like how clean these rooms are because I feel like there's not enough
It is
on here
clearly
for
not.
what they
number
are.
1 is
I'm
by
guessing
far the
they're
best.
not
They are
meant
very
to be a
different. I like
single
number 1. We're going to
person's-
use that.
They're different,
Like
Mark.
they're meant to be.
Literally.
No, I meant like for like the content room, I feel like, or like the training room or the content room or editing bay. I feel like you should have like a whiteboard.
Mark and Logan,
okay.
and see what they're
You know what I
working
mean? This is what I meant by empty. Like the only thing that's in here, the only thing that's
personalized things like a poster.
personalization, like that's, I wouldn't expect personalization for a team thing. That's fine. But I mean like just basic amenities. Like in the editing bay, what makes this different than any other room in there?
on.
Yeah. Just got some.
What are the contents of this room? It is a computer. The only difference is that there is a 4K monitor up here and some studio monitors for editing. Everything else, you could say that this is any other fucking room here.
Also, some fancy lights.
Also
on
a
the ceiling,
couch.
I guess. Yeah.
The lights don't even do anything other than our lighting.
New explosions. Trying to figure out which one I like more, though.
I love new explosions. It's my favorite part of this job. Number 1 is when.
Hey homie, why do you have explosions here, but you're clearly editing and looking at the color correction?
100% the best. Let's go with that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I get it.
the
You're
same
faking
It is
faking
clearly not.
entertainment.
Number
but
1 is by far the best. They are very different. I like number 1.
whatever.
We're going to use that.
They're different, Mark.
It's literally the same file.
Mark, you're embarrassing yourself in front of Matt. Just stop.
I'm going to let you guys figure this out. Mark, I would say listen to Logan on this one. I think
you could
he
tell
knows
that
what he's
none of
talking
them play
about.
Minecraft.
So do I.
Yeah.
The rest of the Cash App compound mezzanine area can be found with meeting room number 3, meeting room number 4, and then we have the League of Legends Academy training room. And my favorite view of the entire company is right here where you can see the entire 100 Thieves Cash App compound.
You get to yell at everybody from your high horse.
All the employees at their
And
open
have a mental
workstations.
breakdown in
It's
public.
honestly pretty unbelievable to see how far we've come in such
Hey,
a
a
short
dog.
amount of time, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. Let's keep moving.
I like the dog. Hold on, I like the dog. Hey, hold the fuck up. Was that an SLA setup for an editing computer? Yes, it is.
I mean, I don't even know if it would take advantage of that.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I guess
It doesn't. And you know how I can tell? You know how I could tell?
What?
There's no fucking SLI bridge because they stopped using them because no one does that anymore.
Is that not? Oh, maybe it's AMD. Maybe it's not SLI.
I see the branding GeForce RTX on it.
Okay, never mind.
It is a GeForce RTX, 2 of them,
Maybe they mine crypto on it in their spare time.
We can find out.
No, don't worry about it. No, Alma, please. You're getting too off topic. Well, okay, I guess they did. do some
Anyway.
crypto stuff.
The branding's the fucking insane.
Anyway.
Great
I'm
job,
never gonna stop
Seasonal.
dunking on this.
Only
They
one more
brought.
week.
This isn't even the worst.
This is our
compound.
unbelievable
I have
kitchen.
more
Cater
if Alma
meals
wants
every
to
single
watch
day
them.
for our LCS team and our employees, so they're well fed, keep working hard. and
That
getting better.
counts.
And now
Shout out
That
for
counts.
This one does, absolutely.
That counted.
Perk
Fuck
of
you.
the job, you get dysentery every single day.
Chipotle. Great. Where's the fruit?
I actually do like Chipotle. Oh, they got corn in there. You know, they got guac. That's technically
Cater
fruit.
meals.
No,
every
where's
single day.
where's the fruit in the fucking kitchen?
For our LCS team and our employees, so they're
fridge
well
somewhere.
fed, keep working hard, and get
Well-fed Chipotle.
Well-fed Chipotle.
better. And now we move
A fridge.
That's so much Chipotle too.
It is.
on
It's
to
that's
the Cash
catering
App
for
line.
like everybody.
That's just one box. There's like 3 more boxes in the back. Ah, Golden Tea, the classic.
welcome
The
to the entertainment hub
NBA
of the
Jam,
100
which is actually
Thieves
kind of cool.
I hate the
Cash App compound, where a lot
At
of
least
our
this
time
is
will be
colored
spent
nice, but then again,
doing
this is
active-
Cash App's
there's
branding, not them.
There's multiple Cash App fucking logos in this one shot.
Yo,
So
I just
bad.
I just realized there's a there's slight text, slightly
that's
off
what I
color. It says Cash App Lounge in here next to the sign that
Yeah,
says
that's what I
Cash
mean.
App
It's
Lounge.
it's so bad. I hate it.
Also, exit. Fucking where? I know it's here, but like, that's an exit sign. Where's the exit?
activities, such as
They're
John
supposed to be
Robinson
under
right now
the
at the
exit
NBA
sign.
machine.
Okay, it's
There's
supposed to
an
be the
arrow
right.
to the
Workday.
There's an arrow.
John,
Oh,
if you'd like to
fine.
join me, I feel like
Apparently,
we are
they tried to
middle of
find a
something
crypto
very
brand to
important for the company's
replace with
history.
Cash App.
Some would say the most important.
Of course.
It's only 6 losses in a row, man. It's not that bad. Lauren, do you want to step in for me?
Business will have to wait, Noah. I need John for something. John, you guys have done an incredible job with Cash App Lounge. I'm very proud to say that this is our new home. What do you
2
think?
arcade machines and
Pretty
some
incredible place,
basketballs.
right?
And some tables.
It's all custom furniture. Like, you can pretty much do anything you want here.
This
I'm
is
gonna sit down on this.
this is
custom
not
furniture.
You
the
ordered
fun
custom
place. This is the
Do we have this many
for a
people?
couch?
this is not the fun place. This is the I'm need to take my lunch.
I mean,
Also, the amount of minimal the amount of
it's too minimal.
no yeah, to the point of there's lacks of outlets. Like you can see a fucking stray cable right there. You could see a stray power strip right there. There's a power strip powering these 2 machines, which is definitely not how you should be doing that because there's another power strip right here.
The company, you think we could fill this thing up?
I think so. I think we got.
And everybody's
Yeah,
using
some people,
laptops
but
because
think
they're
about all the
fucking
things you can
cool,
do
but
here,
you
man.
know how
2
it
gigantic
is. There's a
TVs to
shit
watch
ton
it.
of what's the fucking
I mean,
point?
Most companies don't do desktops anymore.
I know they don't, but what I'm saying is that there's a bunch of laptops, but yet you don't see anybody using chargers because there's no fucking place to put them.
Also, they're MacBooks, so I mean, you know.
Whatever, but
Don't
people
really need
still
to.
want them plugged. Okay, but people still need dock stations.
Yeah, I think
for
we got.
work.
We got a ton of people, but think about all the things you can do here, man.
2 gigantic TVs to watch
How
our
am
new
I s-
content or watch our teams play.
You could bring
How
your
am I supposed
laptop
to
and maybe
watch
work on a
the
spreadsheet or a new presentation.
Spreadsheets, huh? Great. You can eat lunch
Numbers?
at one of these incredible tables.
You could bring over your colleagues and maybe have like a meeting.
Cooking
Or
the books?
you could play mobile games on your phone or Golden Tea.
You know, you could also like open up your computer and do some emails.
John, we got very, very different ideas on how this space should be used, but I respect that. We're like yin and yang.
I like this space a lot. I think I'm gonna
That's not good.
be hanging out here quite a bit.
Not saying I've been thinking about it.
I
all
want to
day. It's the most
work.
important
I
part
want to
of the
have
video.
fun.
But I say we go
Oh
check out Nate's
shit.
my office.
All right, I'm gonna finish my meeting with Noah. Is that cool?
You're not coming with?
HR.
I like it's like a really important meeting.
All right, I feel I can handle this one myself.
I can
later.
I
Go
can
do some real work.
visually see an HR problem right in front of me.
All
realize
right,
that's
we have
probably a
finally
joke.
arrived. At
I know
my
it's a
own
joke,
personal-
but it's still.
Oh, this is his office.
Streaming studio. I've been designing this for
I wonder
quite
what
some
that
time
is.
now, and this is going to allow me to create content on a whole nother level and connect with you guys in ways that I never
He's
have
the one that
before.
has the
I'll be running
customized
a lot of
room.
the business
He's
out
got
of this
mini
office. I cannot
basketballs.
wait to show you, but you're going to have to wait for a full in-depth
And
review on my
a-
YouTube channel in just a few days. I truly
He's got a PlayStation 4 that's suffocating down here. 2 mixers.
cannot wait.
A play button probably for the channel that isn't his.
No, it's probably for Nate Shot. I could believe that.
It's
And
also a
finally,
silver
we
play
enter
button.
into the most asked about room here at the entire 100 Thieves Cash App compound, the apparel design studio.
Love the fact that they had to censor the apparel designs, but the ones that are
The apparel
just right
design
fucking
studio.
here.
Those are probably ones that are done.
I know.
We've got a
But,
few
like-
important people to talk to.
No,
Maybe
no,
that's a better idea of what's to
no, they
come.
blurred
Maybe
it.
not.
They,
Maybe they forgot to blur it.
they blurred it in editing. They blurred it in editing.
Here at 100 Thieves.
They're blurring them in editing.
And the lovely Valkyrie, who obviously
Also, since like, why the fuck is this so far away from the table?
needs no introduction.
Oh, that's like
Ray, what do you
an air
have in your hands there?
freshener.
And the lovely
That's
Valkyrie, who
probably a
obviously
music
needs-
speaker. Honestly, it doesn't look like an air freshener. Hey, dog. Why is this here?
Office dog.
Office
No
dog.
introduction. Ray, what do you have in your hands there?
We're about to try on some new 2020 apparel.
I swear that I have not had the opportunity to put that jacket on, so I hope you like it.
Well,
I-
I definitely do like it.
I definitely could tell that they recorded this, asked their team, and the editing team is like, we can't use this shot, but it's so cool. We still want to flex. Blur the entire fucking thing for so we can't leak
sick.
information.
Wait, can they see this? Am I blurred out right now?
Oh, okay. So they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
As a hype beast tease
Everything needs to be
bullshit.
blurred out.
No.
Everything?
Wow.
Everything.
Well, how are we going to sell
said-
any of this if we can't tease a little bit?
He
I guess
said
we
the
can
thing.
tease these 2020 jerseys.
He said
Okay.
he said the thing that
Well,
I
the
was
jersey
gonna-
collection is fire.
I
Serious
literally
man
just
Wait a
said-
minute. Didn't they already
is
see
having
those?
to tell the CEO no.
Oh, there we go. See.
Yeah. Okay, they did. What a great sneak peek. So Ray, you've seen a couple previews of what's to come later in 2020. What do you think?
This, I need this. Oh,
This
this is all blurred
scene-
out too, right?
Mm-hmm,
I
Makes-
want this. I
This scene makes me think I need to wash my glasses.
definitely want this. I want this.
Oh wait.
I need to
Definitely
clean my
this.
glasses.
Okay, well that's a good
I need it
start.
all.
Hold on. We're here. We can
Well,
just
Doug,
remove
well,
this
how
again,
about you
but
tell
match
me a
the
little bit
scene.
more about our 2020 strategy, what we're looking for.
Well, obviously you can't see it because it's blurred out. But this is going to be our first apparel drop, which is in February. And,
Hey, a
and then we
Totino's
have much more
sponsorship on the
happening throughout-
jerseys.
throughout
Good for
2020.
Totino's.
I'll do our drops from last year compared to the
Oh, I
drops this
fucking
year.
hate you,
Each
man. I
setup
can't see shit now.
is capsule collections. So we actually have about 10 or 12 styles per drop. Not
I
only are
can't
we
see
selling them
anything.
online,
I don't even know
but
if
we'll
there's
also be
anything
doing
left that's
an
like egregious
activation
in this video.
here in LA.
And that's what I love to hear. So we've got more
Yeah, the
variety
rest of this is all boring.
this year and many, many more.
Oh, the Totino's logo's on the basketball.
Wait, what?
The Totino's logo's on the ground too.
On the
Look on the ground.
Oh my god!
It's a Totino's pizza court.
I like the most replayed part about this was the fucking shot that they probably had to do 40 times. Pretend to be happy about a trick shot.
Anyway,
That's
so if I don't.
how are we only one video in for the multiple video dunking?
No, we don't have to watch all of these. So the next one is a bit of a step up and a step down, which is the Alienware one, or not Alien.
Oh, I wanted to show off my local one because it's
Yeah, do
actually
that.
not. It's not in.
But the other ones I sent Alma were Team Liquid's headquarters from the EU, in I don't know what city this is in. Then I also have Shopify Rebellions, which is actually normal, and then I have NRG's $10 million gaming castle designed by children. Not literally, but they might as well have been.
I think I may have found. There it is, the facility tour. It's 2 minutes.
Hey guys, Mineral here again with the Boston Uprising. Today
I've been in this room, by the way.
Esports.
This is already like their facility is in the back half of an esports cafe.
Oh, okay. So
That
it's
is
not
in
really big. It's modest.
that is in Gillette Stadium.
I don't know what that is.
It's where the Patriots play.
Oh.
So you know, like where the Patriots play. Around there is fuck all nothing.
Okay.
And basically it's like a bunch of shops and stuff and food and stuff before, after the game, and one of the places is here.
This is where the Boston Uprising practices. This is where we kind of move in when we are looking to kind of prepare ourselves.
I've
for
been
matches.
in this
We're gonna
building,
be
by the way.
playing our official matches. So let's
Multiple
take a
times.
look.
I've been in this building multiple times. Like,
All right,
look at
so we're here
at least look at the aesthetic design. That's at least significantly better than whatever the fuck 100 Thieves was.
Why do they look like they sit at like kids?
Oh, at
desks?
kids' chairs? Yeah, no, they do.
View room, you know, as you see,
It-
a lot of desks for the guys, a little bit of a
it's-
school atmosphere. Have a
See?
big screen. This is also where we generally review other teams' matches, or you know, if we wanna
At least they
have
have
party
a
and,
fucking
you know, watch a movie together.
whiteboard.
This is generally the best place for
This
it.
is already a
And this we
step
have,
above.
the practice room for the coaches and the players. They're actually practicing right now. They're in the middle of a scrim, so we kind of can head inside and take a look, but just make sure we're quiet so we're not disturbing the practice. All right, here's the lift to go upstairs. That's where we have our dining area, our meeting rooms, and everything else. So let's head upstairs and check it out. All right, and we're finally upstairs. Obviously have our bathrooms here. We have a little meeting room here. You know, whether it's a player and a coach and they need to do a meeting.
It's tiny, but aesthetically it's much more better than the 100 Thieves.
So
honestly.
this is our
training
palate
apartment,
cleanser for
Yeah.
over at
further
our,
insanity.
apartment complex. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is our
just,
ginger.
regular meeting room. Now we're
This is
entering
like sniffing
our
coffee
dining
beans
area.
at the perfume
Obviously,
section in Macy's.
all of our dinners are delivered. and
This
we're
is leaving the
for
perfume
eating our
room
food, so.
at
All right,
Macy's.
hope you guys enjoyed this quick
See,
tour.
it's
I'm gonna head downstairs,
incredibly
follow the
tiny.
scrims. You know, the guys, as you saw, they're working.
Also, I linked a video if you want to see footage of actually me in their in the
I will watch that later.
in their stuff. Okay, what's the next one?
Next
Ooh,
one is
Team Liquid.
Liquid.
In Alienware.
Yeah, this is their Alienware training facility. Also
Imagine being
extremely
sponsored
high-
by
It's
Dell.
Mike from Team Liquid, and today we're going to check out the Alienware training facility
one might
in
annoy
EU. So right now, we're in the entrance, and the first
This is significantly fucking better.
Oh, yeah, but there's parts that will also irritate you greatly. I can already tell. Why is there Portuguese? Why is there Russian?
you are hit with is our mini Hall of Fame. And this is my favorite piece right
Everybody fucking loves the Aegis of the Immortal. Also, Intel, what the fuck is this?
They just gave out a fuck. The ESL, I guess, gave them a fucking gold bar.
Nah, this is wait, what? Hold on.
Well, Intel Extreme Masters is sponsored by Intel. That's why it's called that.
No, yeah,
run
that
by
there's
ESL.
there's Intel Extreme Masters and then ESL. I couldn't like so.
ESL is IEM.
I just like as a here's a gold fucking brick for your accomplishments.
And this is my favorite piece right here, our championship ring. Woo! I can't take it off.
Everybody loves
put it
the
on the wrong
Aegis
finger,
though.
I'm not kidding.
The Aegis is great.
The other thing on the other side of the entrance hallway is one of my favorite rooms because it holds a lot of magic and relevance to an organization like ours, which is our Dell Technology server room. Maybe you guys can insert a speed test right here so that people can see how fast our internet
Why are your
actually
servers
is.
in your entrance hall?
POV, you have an airshot rifle and are ready to take down an esports organization.
Right next to the
10
server room
10
is our
gigabit is
shrine
not
and
bad.
little tribute to Blue, our mascot. And we also have this really cute plushie of Blue, which we debuted a couple weeks ago. Very similar to LA.
It's kind of cute,
What you need
actually.
in every
I don't mind
office
that.
is your front desk and the smile behind the front desk. Hello, Laura. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Now, it looks like there's a little hole here.
Windows spotted.
Are
No,
you going to
that's,
push a
that's
button and
Chromecast.
make a Monster Energy
Oh,
come out?
Chromecast spotted.
Oh, right. Okay, we're not that fancy. So the first
I'm
thing
so
that you
glad
see
that that's
on
like
the
a bit
left
now, I
is our
guess, for some
dining
fucking
hall
reason.
and
Oh, it
kitchen
gets
area.
better.
So
It
our
gets
staff
better.
eats here.
This
our
looks
various
all right.
teams
This looks
eat
good.
here. It's also a waiting area and a viewing party area.
Like, this is
And right next to
modern
the big screen is our
corporation
huge
room.
trophy case celebrating all of those years of victories for Team Liquid. The other cool thing in the dining hall is the kitchen, and we went all out on the kitchen. We wanted to make sure our nutritionists and chefs have everything that they need. We do 3 meals per day, sometimes 7 days a week, especially when we have 1 or 2 teams in town. That way we can keep everybody happy, healthy.
To be fair, these meals look pretty good, and I'm very happy to hear that they have a nutritionist.
Team Liquid Player Lounge.
Oh my god, multiple colors! This is so much better than the Thieves compound already. Even if the plants are fake, there's fucking sunlight.
Yeah. You could see
And
the
this is a place
outdoors,
to
even
chill,
if it is a
play
concrete
ping
building.
pong. But
At least there's
also,
natural
if you
light.
need something from our chef.
Oh, that's fun.
You get it. Next to the player lounge is the player hallway, which leads to.
I saw the
both
monster. I saw
scrim
the monster
rooms
fridge.
and also our streamer
I saw the
pods.
monster
So shout out
fridge.
to Elgato for giving us everything that we need in these
Oh, that's cramped as shit. Oh, I would never.
streamer pods to make sure that we have all of the latest tech for
It's
going
probably
live
smaller than it actually. It looks
on
smaller than
Twitch
it is.
and Huya.
So that's a full-size keyboard.
Further down the player hallway, we can check out the 2 scrim rooms. And
This
we
is
kinda
better,
have to pick
honestly.
our destiny, dark side
I'm-
of the moon or lunar light. So I'm gonna pick dark side of the moon. Let's
Looks
go.
a little too sci-fi.
What you'll
this
see
hallway.
is coach and manager on your left, and then room for 5 players to scrim. We've thought of everything here in terms
like it
of
was
tech,
designed by Alienware's industrial designers, if I'm being real.
comfort, lighting.
Yeah.
And also
Also, my brain's going, how do I fix these?
Yeah. It's like, I mean,
Where-
I guess
where
you
do
call
I-
you call IT and they do it.
Where does IT fit?
There's
I
a
think I
hidden
see.
ninja
I
panel and the IT
yeah.
gremlin crawls.
No,
in
actually,
and
no
fixes
cap.
your
I
PC.
see. Actually, no cap. I see a door right here. I see a hidden panel door right here. So I think they actually go in on. This is a false wall, and there's something, and there's more stuff behind it for them to take it out
stream
and
out of
work on
here
it.
if you want to entertain your audiences right from the scrim room. Then further down, each scrim room comes with a replay review theater where we can draw on top of our gameplay and review all of our VODs together as a team. Right next to Dark Side of the Moon is Lunar Light. You can see all of the same things in here. It's just kind of a mirror. 5 computers,
Hi, Lunar.
room for the coach and manager.
Honestly, this is
and we
kind
also
of
have our
like
own
again, this is
replay
nice, and at
review
least the
theater
aesthetic
for
design
this
isn't
training room
hype
as
beast
well.
central.
When we go
I
from
mean, yeah,
playing
but it
to
also has
working,
weird Alienware
these are our
sci-fi.
meeting rooms. So the
At least sci-fi theming is something.
And one of my favorite areas
stuff. See,
is
very
the
related.
Get that
war
shit out of
rooms or the call rooms that we have. They're all Marvel themed for the first time. So we have Captain America, Doctor Strange, and Venom.
Oh, they are
This is our
straight up
open office
sponsored.
area where a
Okay.
variety of staff sits, but this is the tech hub.
Where's the
everything
closed
from
office center?
PLNet to Liquid Plus, but also your favorite wiki, Liquipedia.
Yay,
The other functions out of
Liquipedia.
the open
Actually,
office
shout out
are
to
Actual shout-outs to Liquipedia. It's
Shout out
good.
the mods for
intelligence,
deleting my
partnerships,
edits without telling
and
me
everything
why.
else that we need to
Fuck
keep
that.
Team Liquid running. And shout out to Alienware and Dell for hooking us up for all of the hardware
Where
for
are
our
the-
staff as well. As we come full
Where
circle,
are the?
this is where
At least this has an
second
aesthetic,
best
and there's
ping pong player on
something
the exec
like
team
going on.
sits. He has a really cool private office, and then we make our way back to the front desk. Thanks for checking out the facility. You'll see a lot
Alright.
more of it.
This looks normal, and they bought in, and it's in like a normal like industrial comp. Like this is higher rated. I wouldn't expect it to be bad.
It's
yeah.
time for the worst one. It's time for the worst one, and I challenge anyone to find one worse than this. The $10 million gamer castle made by the Fortnite children. Let's go.
Gentlemen, I've gathered you guys here today in this room where a lot of big...
The guy's a lot less insufferable. Yeah, he just looks like somebody from
But
California.
now it's time to announce what's on the outside of this room.
The echo in this room makes me want to vomit.
Because outside of this room is a 20,000 square foot gaming fantasy factory.
Why is it called a
I'm talking
factory?
about a rage room with keyboards and monitors to break, water fountains that spit out energy drink.
Bad idea. Sincerely bad idea.
Anyway.
A movie
It's only
screen with
begun.
every console ever created connected to it.
Like a practice facility. No, like a content house.
No. I'm talking about a castle.
He said that like it's a combination of both things, and both of which are terrible.
They are,
Content houses in particular are horrifying.
Oh yeah. Anyway, next. Resume. See, witness.
Witness me.
Imagine working here 40 hours a week.
I would actually what? What's going on?
Oh, she hasn't even seen the poor CRTs yet.
That's a Fortnite pinata I saw. What is
These
this?
people only make Fortnite content and esports.
What is this for? I'm actually... That's
Welcome to
not
the
great.
Energy Castle, a creative studio made specifically for the creation of over-the-top and
How many dislikes are on? Oh. Okay.
gaming content. It's a permanent gaming activation here in the heart of Los Angeles. Think of it as like the Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory of Gaming, or Willy
The
Wonka's
what?
Chocolate Factory, but for gaming. My name's Grady Rains. I'm the Energy
That's not a
Executive Producer
good thing now.
and also the Castle
Yo,
Creator.
kids died in that
I got
movie,
to team
right?
up with some
Yeah.
amazing set designers.
Kids died
here
in that
Some of the
movie.
best. Total
This is
rock
like the
stars.
opposite of the first. Sensory Overload Castle. Yeah.
Enjoying the space, but I want to be clear
Maximalist
that this wasn't
castle.
a space designed for one specific team. It's really not even just designed for NRG.
Hey, I just wanted to say, hey. Bisexual lighting.
I
No,
feel like
blue,
way
purple, bisexual lighting, straight up.
It's also
A highly
red.
collaborative environment where all
I see
sorts of
pink and blue,
athletes,
which is close.
musicians, creators, celebrities, whatever you are, to come into this space and make.
My first thought is, how much is their energy
That being
bill?
said, welcome to the grand
You're gonna
entrance
see
of
way
the
more
Energy
than a fucking
Castle.
energy bill
We have
in
an
here.
incredible sign right here, NRG sign. We got the tinfoil wall with lights reflecting on it, a red carpet that we roll out for all of our guests. We got these crazy robot guys all around the castle. It's just all stuffed. Built
That's
to make you
robots
feel like
for?
you're in
A
another world.
That's a Transformer statue. Because we couldn't figure out what to do with our money
Speaking
other
of
than
your favorite
buy a
players, we got
fucking
Clicks
castle.
Right here, what's good, Clicks? What is your first impression of the castle?
Oh, those poor
impression,
CRTs.
It's incredible. Like the amount of time and work. and
Oh,
effort
those
put into
poor
this is insane.
CRTs.
I appreciate everything. This is
They're playing
really
Fortnite. I
Yeah,
feel so
and
bad
so
for them.
this is one of the first things you actually see when you walk into the castle. Here's the gate right here. You walk in and there's this TV wall with all these old TVs playing basically your best clips. Dude.
And you know that they're all going to be destroyed at the end of this too, so I feel so bad for them.
This is one of the premier pieces of the castle that I'm
Well, no, I'm not letting this fucking slide. That's a robot arm right there.
Yep.
And bare mannequins for
reasons. Anyway.
For reasons. Also, for some reason, there's someone's AV equipment just kind of out.
As I said, this is like
right
a
here.
child
It
designed
is our
a
massive
place to work.
custom built.
Was that a fucking slide?
Yes.
It is our massive custom built curved video screen.
There's so much light in here and so
Right
much
now
things
we
I have to pause every 5 seconds. Also, God, imagine the echo in this room. It's bare concrete wall and wall.
A game on it already. What's good, Unknown? So this screen is.
I mean, you
huge
heard
and
the raw
massive,
audio
and the
there for a
coolest part
sec.
about
That
it
was
is that
garbage.
we put this wall of old gaming consoles next
Cable management is my passion.
to it. It's called the Every Console Wall of Old.
Wait. Oh, fuck off. No. Sorry. This is a particular thing because I'm just really, like, the building is pissing me off a lot.
Yeah,
but
no,
this
fine.
cable is going to something in the back, and this thing needs to be covered.
You think that powers the big ass screen?
This doesn't power the big ass screen. It powers probably a power strip that powers the computer that powers the big ass screen.
Anyway,
but that needs to be covered for safety.
probably.
Old gaming consoles.
Oh yeah, no, that's why this is Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, but for gamers. There's also Bohemian OSHA violations.
To it. It's called the Every Console Ever Wall. So we tried to just put as many old consoles as we could find in here, and we
Including
wanted
ones
to.
that
We
can't
wanted
connect
to
to this TV,
connect
like the
them
Game
to
Boy
this
Color
screen.
up there.
Old consoles such as the PS3.
That is old almost.
I know.
It came out almost.
There's a fucking.
Almost. The PS3 came out almost 20 years ago.
I just realized that there's no fucking. I don't think there's an order for any of this. Because
It looks very slapdash.
because there's an Xbox. I'm guessing one here.
That's an Xbox One.
That's an Xbox One. That's an Xbox 360. That's a PS3. And there's a cartridge-based Atari over here next to the Atari shit. And I'm like, what are you doing? That's a controller in box for an N64 that they haven't used, which is third party. What the fuck,
They were
dude? This is
created
20.
by these same people who made the voice chairs. They swivel back and forth just like in the show. They're just the lazy boy gamer version.
Why did they do that? Why are you looking? Why? You know where they probably bought these? The consoles?
All right, guys, and right here.
You know where they bought the consoles?
Where?
DK Oldies.
Oh.
Here we have
No, that's a joke,
the
but still.
$1 million double-decker gaming couch.
Why is it $1 million?
It
And
looks
hey,
so
look, another OSHA violation. What is this? I just randomly got recommended the Yahoo machine. I love the Yahoo machine so
We got
much.
Epic right here chilling. He is gaming. What's good, Epic? And Edgy up top on the second level.
I hope
And
this
we had to just
fails
kinda
just
top this
horrendously.
whole thing off,
Like
with
all
the
of this. I
slides.
hope their
There's
company goes
there's a
down.
ladder
I
where you
don't
climb
trust
up
them.
right there to the very top. And then you
Also,
can
this
slide
couch
down.
is
Then you
not
gotta slide down
comfortable
that thing.
at all.
It looks a little small for an adult.
Smash cut this footage with the Boston cop falling out of the slide.
He's having to push himself through that. You saw that, right?
I heard that.
Form. And wait, one more thing, Edgy. We also got this little punching bag thing. There was been a lot of trash talk about who can hit the hardest.
Okay, this is not impressive. I bought $1,000
Spider-Man themed.
You want to hit it, Edge?
Why is it Spider-Man themed? They're more generic. Oh, it's branded Spider Box, so it might be third party, but still.
Probably.
Hold on. I want to find out how much this punching machine is. Hey, it's just like an Omega Mart, right? At least in Omega Mart, there's an actual reason as to why there's shit going on. Oh my god, OSHA. Fuck it. I wish I could zoom in and enhance on this image. Do you see that bullshit?
Yeah, that's not great.
That's not great. One of them powers this. Another... Oh, there's two of them here, and there's three of them here, and they're all worse. Bro.
Yeah.
This place is gonna catch fucking fire.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
It's not an exposed wire. It's just a wire.
It's just a lot of disorganized wires to plug in all the shit they can.
PS4 Slim.
See, that's gonna cause the fire.
Rage room. So we got a bunch of old electronics
Why does
laying
it look
around.
like the Oval
keyboards,
Office?
Mouses.
Hey,
This is
OP,
where
why
you
does it
come
look
in
like the
here
Oval
when you gotta
Office?
let out a little rage, a little aggression when the
Hey,
game's
OP.
rubbing you the wrong way, and
OP.
you don't want to break your own new equipment. So we got old broken equipment in here that you can
Hey,
break.
OP, why
My
does
boy
this look
Ron
like
is
the
in
Oval
here.
Office?
He's in a bad mood right now, but probably the best rager and energy we have. So do you wanna break one of these keyboards? Show him how it's done in here. Oh my god. This is also shaped just
I
like
broke
the
a
Oval Office. This is the
$12
exact replica here. So you
I
can
broke
see
a
down, I mean, you
I
really
broke a
look like
$12 membrane Dell
you are
keyboard.
the standing president right now.
Okay, that's the only good joke here. Oh, those are Logitechs.
All right, guys, we have the Rage Room, and we also wanted a place where you could relax.
They have designed the perfect,
Get away
morally
from the
justifiable
screens a little bit. So
IRL
this is our
raid for
screen
us.
detox room.
Yeah, tomorrow we can go here.
Alma, look how
shoot,
relaxing
in
this
there
room
right
is.
Tomorrow, my
I wonder what
eyes.
he's meditating about.
Hey, yeah, tomorrow we can. Tomorrow, January 6th, we can raid the castle. I saw a power strip again.
Yeah, the back.
Oh! Oh, it's horrible.
Look at the tiny fan in the corner.
There's a power strip in the other power strip.
Do not do that, please. It's not.
Don't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And there's, I'm guessing, a humidifier right here alongside the fan.
A ubiquity access point.
That is not a ubiquity access point. There's like a little knob on it. They called it a castle. They're literally asking us to storm it. Is there any... Hold on. How old is this? Is there any
3
sense...
years old.
I need to know what happened to this building because I do not believe they would have a lease for this building this much.
Welcome to our tier list installation. Tier listing is a really popular video format for gaming videos, and we wanted to have a space specifically where our gamers can tier list whatever they want to. Right now,
Somebody convinced somebody who had the authority to spend money to make that, by the way.
I want to sneak in, leave one of those Uno reverse power cables laying around somewhere and see what happens. Worst case scenario, they destroy all the equipment in here. What do you mean finally? It's burned 5 times.
It'll burn again.
It's burned like every single year. It's burned like every single year.
now we have a Gamer Snack Food Hall of Fame tier list.
Hey, real talk. Has anyone seen a fire extinguisher in any of these videos?
Actually, not in some of the other ones, but not this one.
We did fast food. We're thinking
Hate
about
that
doing
idea.
all sorts of different types of tier lists right here in this installation.
They thought that
world's shittiest art exhibit.
We made a space where you can make physical listicles. Isn't that great? Also, the snack bar, I hate to be like this, the snack bar sucks dick.
It literally has Doritos.
It has to, no, it actually, it sucks. There's Doritos. It's probably, they're sponsored by probably Coca-Cola. That's a Coke fridge.
No, there's no Coke branding on it. It's just a red fridge.
No, well, there's another one
Welcome
that I think
to
does it.
Candyland.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Everything here is meant to be ripped off the walls and eaten. We actually got a bunch of Skittles because our investor, Marshawn, was thinking about stopping by. He might be coming by very soon. And my favorite part about Candyland, if you didn't know, there's
I was joking, but
bit of a
this is
competition
strongly
going on.
I'm sure they have a really reliable
different
sprinkler system. Yeah, this place, if it went up in flames, would absolutely not be great.
Organizations are getting their energy drink.
Also, I'm also thinking about it. Man, imagine a fire in this room in particular.
You're missing this dumb.
This entire fucking thing's going up.
Go back a few seconds. Go back there. Now play.
Favorite part of
Was that a glove? Hold up.
Don't worry about it.
Those are gloves.
Don't worry about it.
That's just
Marshawn
plastic
was
gloves.
Thinking about stopping by. He might be coming by very soon. And my favorite
I
part
suppose.
about Candyland, if you didn't know, there's a bit of a competition going on about how different gaming organizations are getting their energy
restock
drinks.
this?
So we went ahead and got ours piped in directly from the factory
It's not how that one works.
into our water fountain.
It's what plants crave.
Monster looks like piss. But this is a new level.
That's Red Bull.
Oh, well, and Red Bull looks like piss too.
Yeah. Also, the lighting could be just fucking with the color of the actual water. Real talk.
Into our.
Actually, fun fact. I'm pretty sure you can tell that this is not carbonated.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no fizz.
Yeah, that's clear. There's no carbonation.
They probably dumped either colored water or energy drink into a tank and pumped it through, and so it's all decarbonated. Or they didn't clean their water filter.
This is the most disgusting.
also the shittiest water fountain I've ever seen. That's worse than my schools when I was a kid.
Let's find out how much it costs, just to see how much money they blew on it.
How much a water fountain is?
Claire,
Probably a
thank
couple
you.
$100.
38 months and we're still finding out. I feel like we were finding out a bit too much some one of these days, but you know, it doesn't even matter.
Sometimes
What's the
forbidden
branding on this?
knowledge creeps in.
LK water fountain.
How much?
Oh, they make the good ones too.
It's more than I thought it would be. But
Floor
I guess I shouldn't
standing.
be surprised.
These are too good. Oh, they make the public fountains. Okay. These are too good.
So literally
Those are all way too good.
$1,700 per attention. I can't believe my public.
Ah,
park
there it is. There it is.
My public park spent tens of thousands of dollars on a shitty water fountain. Jesus.
LK Legacy floor mount cooler. That's nice. With foot pedestal and glass filler, non-refrigerated.
So wait,
It's non.
Why is it cooled but not refrigerated?
No. Mount. It's cooler because it's called a water cooler.
Oh, okay.
This is referring to the fact that it is a water cooler, and it is not non-filtered. Oh wait, non-filtered refrigerated. Okay, so the piping for this is garbage.
Anyway, I love they just show a school.
They spent $3,000 for this fucker.
For this bit.
For this one bit. There's only one of them. Yeah, filtered, no. ADA, no, of course not.
Anyway.
Hermetically sealed refrigeration system. Okay, that's good.
I would hope it would.
FlexiGuard Bubbler provides an antimicrobial mouthguard. Okay, I know about that, so I'm glad about that. I'm glad that that's like that. Again, $3,000 for a thing that straight up just pisses at you.
So many fucking Skittles.
That's a lot of Skittles, and the lighting in this room sucks dick. Where's the console, and who left the Xbox 360 controller here? Like, where's the console? Who left the controller here?
All right, follow me. We are going to enter our exploded dressing room.
Marshmallow.
So in
Fortnite.
here we have thousands of dollars worth of fun costumes, some of them related to gaming and some of them just related to whatever.
Marshmallow is in fact.
So much stuff in here. We actually had
He doesn't know who Marshmallow is.
space in for a
He's
shoes in
not
a video
gay,
earlier.
confirmed.
He doesn't know who.
Be excited for when that video drops.
No,
It was a really good
no, he doesn't know Fortnite.
Not enough.
He doesn't know enough about Fortnite to know who that is.
That's Megatron.
That's Well, actually,
Megatron.
wait a minute.
That's Michael Bay Megatron.
This is very clearly not Megatron, but is. So this is a legally distinct, not Megatron statue that they bought.
Love a word.
Here we have a temple.
Doesn't
This
matter.
was imported straight from India. I really feel like this thing.
I apologize to the Indians for Westerners stealing their stuff again and putting it up in a literal museum for idiots to look at.
This isn't a museum. A museum at least would be more dignified than this. This is a literal gamer trash compound where someone's gonna tweak off of Skittles and or piss on this thing.
We've managed to make the British Museum situation worse.
The British Museum is good by comparison.
The British Museum is a fantastic organization by comparison.
Thing gives a lot
Compared to
of soul
gamers.
to this space.
Fortnite
And when you
gamers.
walk through these doors, you are entered into a more chill.
It's
outdoor
just the
area to
opening.
Kind of hang out. A lot of times when the San Francisco Shock is done.
Kratos.
No,
just there.
we need to look at the price tags for this bullshit.
I bet that's custom.
The fact that it exists makes me no, it's not.
That's literally the same one. It's $3,000.
Ships in 2
Why?
boxes. Some assembly required. Made of foam rubber and latex. It's not even hard. How much is it? What other statues?
That's
do you
6'3".
Oh, I just saw something worse about this. This probably ships from fucking New York.
Probably.
Oh, this had to go cross country. Hold on. I want to
bless the postal workers.
God bless
Shout out to the tradies.
Yeah, shout out to the postal workers who had to fucking ship this fucker all around. They do a lot though. Hold on. Is there a shop? Where's the shop? They have cosplay supplies.
Anyway.
Wait, what? I just...
There's an all products tab.
I know, but also like this almost that almost costs as much as the fucking the Gatorade fountain costs more than this.
Practicing, they'll come out here, they'll play spike ball, hang out, do whatever they need.
Someone just bought $12 orchids from fucking
Amazon.
Not even like fucking Walmart and just plop them here. The care tag's still even on it.
Wait, is that the dragon from Shrek? Is that Donkey's wife?
Is it? I want to go back and look. Nah, the face isn't right, but the color's the same. Boy. I want to take I want to see the shot of this. All this space.
Kind of okay kitchen with
half a kitchen. This is an apartment-sized kitchen.
It's a decent-sized kitchen. It's fine.
It's okay. It's not. It's not.
A Keurig in the background. And the
oh, you're right. I do see a Keurig in the
It might not be a Keurig, but the coffee machine equivalent.
Hey, there's the
fire
first.
extinguisher
It has
the
to be
pink smoke comes from
in
the
the
candy
fucking.
room.
There's no burners.
That's pretty common for offices, actually.
Huh.
They don't want you to cook.
We didn't feel like this space would be complete without a scrim room. This is actually where the San Francisco Shock play and practice, right here in this room. They've played a lot of their home matches. They've practiced for the World Championship here. Actually, one really fun
I
thing
actually
is that
recognize this room, I think.
we pasted blocks of wood onto every part of this room because the Shock are very superstitious, so that if they ever jinx themselves, there'd always be a place to knock on wood. Also, we put this
Implying the
beanbag in
rest
here,
of the building is not wood.
which is super comfy.
It's a warehouse converted into a castle. So
I know, horrifying. I also don't like. That is not a. That's an okay sponsor to show off. Rockhead isn't that great.
Okay, as we walk out of the scrim room,
I feel like I've seen this room watching
actually a little bit
San
of
Francisco
office
Shock Live
space, a
games.
place where our video editors and
Oh,
staff
finally,
can
a
get some
normal
work
part of a
done in
building.
here.
Oh,
If you are
spoke
ever
too soon. I'm
interested
sorry.
in working for a gaming
What?
organization, we're always looking for people who are hungry and motivated to work for us. All right,
That was
now
the
we are
editing
going
room.
to walk upstairs.
Where?
There's a really cool lookout up here that can
Where was the editing room?
The room covered in blue and purple.
That in the back.
Actually, that might be further along.
motivated.
Yeah, video editing offices. Says that right there on the chapter.
That's awful.
Yep. You're like, oh, a normal part of the building. I need to edit in purple.
I need to edit with color correction. You're getting a purple room.
Who are hungry and motivated
There's not even curtains on here, so you could black this out and look at it.
to work for us.
Those windows are out to the rest of the building.
All right, now
too.
we
They're
are
not even
going to
outside.
walk
Okay, that's
upstairs.
normal.
There's a really cool lookout.
For how big this facility is, this is not that bad.
None of this was here actually when we got to the warehouse. We built all of this stuff. So
No
here
shit.
It is.
What psycho would build this?
You can overlook the entire castle from this spot right here.
Oh, this echo's egregious. Where's the fire suppression system, gang? Where's the
Maybe California code doesn't require that.
California requires you to put 15 labels on something that might cause cancer in 30 years.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
I mean, yeah, and California also doesn't have like the ability to raise their property taxes, so like, you know, they do dumb shit over there.
I don't get why they
This
call it a
spot right
castle.
here.
Is it the exterior is castle shaped?
Wait,
Makes me
is it
up a little bit.
fake castle shaped?
No, they put facades on the outside
All
to
right,
make it look like a
that
castle.
is the end of the tour. We're back in the conference room, our beautiful conference room.
The nicest place about this was the conference room.
The castle.
And then everybody went fucking
bunch
YOLO.
more content out of here. We're actually gonna be posting one video per.
Slightly upset there are no phone chargers on this table.
I'm looking for a photo of the exterior of
Yeah, this is literally a bunch of shit thrown in a warehouse. This is the worst content creator thing.
We
anyway.
haven't decided which day it's gonna.
Oh, hey, side note, I forgot we were talking about Fortnite. You know, I know the the community manager for Fortnite, right?
Yes.
Did I tell you that?
No, I don't think you did.
Yeah, I know the the community manager for Fortnite because they were the community manager for Final Fantasy 14. And they left for Epic.
Oh, okay, hold on, wait. It looks like it's okay. It's not a real. It's vaguely castle shaped. It is not an actual castle.
This is.
Why is there a hashtag in the corporate meeting?
I don't fucking know.
NRG fam. Again, really upset that this table for meetings does not have a phone charger or any place to set up a presentation.
Are people making AI generated images of like
Is whatever's popping up right now. That's the day that it's gonna be. And we will see you next time with another video. Be sure.
They are flooding my Google image search results. These are not the actual building. A lot of I'm getting like AI generated images. What? When did this start? Why is Google indexing these images? They're completely useless for what I'm looking for. Yeah,
That's
I'm getting a bunch of weird AI generated images when I search. That one's not. That's real.
That's just in my
Fortnite,
oh, that's
but
in
it's a
Fortnite.
real image.
Oh, they didn't even mention the Hot Pocket sponsor.
That may have come later. But no, like if you go further down, you'll see what look like exterior shots of a building, but then it turns out it's like, wait, no, this is like that right there. That's AI generated.
RRG.
Like look at the fucking palm tree in the front.
I don't need to. I just see the text and why are these?
Yeah, I'm like, why is my Google images flooded with these results?
The lighting in this room is awful.
Look at the fucking laser eyes on Megatron. Like literally one of those is called prompt hunt. And like I'm like, oh, this is some AI generated art garbage.
I hate going into this bad just territory of what there's no location. Hold on.
Okay, I guess there's no exterior shots. Maybe
Outside.
That picture in the thumbnail was fake. No, but see, some of these are like AI generated still. Or see, that's not real.
Terrible. I know these are not real. These are all Where is this fucking located?
It's in LA. We know that. Well, that's.
I know. Source.
I think that's different.
YouTube.
That's like a. That's just a generic content house there, I think.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another energy. Wait, one sec.
Yeah, see, that's just a house.
Amazing content, and then next season we'll be in a new location. We'll maybe add even sure to.
The coolest part about the house, we actually have.
My normal house is better looking than this. Oh!
Oh, that brings me back to my college days when all the boys had Smash setups in every room for tournaments.
Cable management, we got duct tape.
Literally, my boys, when they got a house, when they got a duplex, they at least got command strips and taped that shit down with hooks and stuff. So it, like, at least
they're fucking going towards
and at least my boys got cables that matched the color of the paint on the wall so that it looked hidden. Jesus Christ.
None of these.
Super cold.
Literally outdone by.
They didn't even bother to.
Prior.
They didn't have money apparently to have somebody install cable drops in this house. What the flying fuck is wrong with you? This is stupid. Oh, so there is a section where you could put cabling and stuff. This is where all that goes. They didn't have someone fucking install it.
Oh, we gotta keep it down. I forgot he was. I didn't know you were.
This is the house where that melty blood in the bathroom photo was taken.
Dual PC,
A little bit.
Special, and you know,
God, I need to.
I took the small room. I'm here to.
This is almost. Would you consider this to be a McMansion? Hey, a dog. What is
maybe,
this?
Like I would. Did I say the big shitter?
Did
it?
Yes.
Did. I mean, tell you
Man,
what,
I'll
say this: if you buy a McMansion and you actually have a lot of people living into it, I would say that's more understandable.
They don't even own a fucking boat, man. They just did this to flex. You didn't need seaside property. How did Energy get so much bank? They were bottom tier NA CS:GO team when I still watched the time.
They make Fortnite content now.
There's your answer. They pivoted to Fortnite.
Hold on, let me see if I can find NRG Esports.
Like, this is...
Let me find out. Let's find out what they do.
This is a beach house. Like, they bought a summer house. And
so NRG
did not do any
makes
modifications
stuff for
to it.
Counter-Strike, League, Rocket League, Valorant, and then they have some variety content, it seems.
They are sincerely using
Wait,
this
who's the
cable
variety guy? Some guy named Sapnap who makes...
Are you serious?
I don't even know what he makes. He makes Minecraft content. So they have Minecraft, they have Counter-Strike, League, Rocket League, and Valorant.
I found a crime. Do you see the crime in this photo?
No, what's the...
Wi-Fi extender.
Wait, what is that?
Wi-Fi extender.
Oh no, god damn it.
Right next to the fucking massive cables going upstairs.
Cheap asses.
Idiots.
At least they have a girl on the Valorant team. That's something.
That's not a lot, dude. I like
if you've like it's weird because Valorant's player base has a lot of women and not a lot of people in the esports scene.
I just
Riot has tried fixing this. They fail every time because they should just ban the people that are assholes.
Oh, it's just called the Castle, but it is in LA, but they don't have a location named.
The warehouse. I thought they had remodeled it, but maybe my memory's bad.
Shaquille's a fucking investor?
I mean, he probably doesn't even know who these guys are.
I know he
Probably
doesn't.
some money dude told him that it's a good investment because people
Because
are putting
esports
money
is
into
the future?
esports.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably lost money on it because everyone did. Esports is not remember like 10 years ago where people were like, "Oh, esports is going to be at the Olympics," and it's like, no, it's not.
No, it's
because
not.
The audience for this doesn't exist outside, for the most part, outside of the people who either currently or previously played it. Like, people have to have an attachment to a game to watch it.
I hope
and,
everyone
and
enjoyed the reveal of the NRG Castle yesterday. We also just wanted to let everyone know the cotton candy machine is on fire.
Ink fire,
I think this is a parody. But I still think it's funny. Anyway. Okay. We should watch the Tetris video.
Yes.
Because it's like good, and I want it to be explained for people instead of just reading the headline, because the headline isn't it's more complicated than what the headline says, you know?
Yeah. I know the Esports Report did a video on it. I don't know if that's what we're watching or if it's just
No, we're watching the source video.
Okay.
This is Willis, aka Blue Scooty, setting a new world record for the longest game of
Yeah, this guy's mixing is actually good in comparison to everybody else.
Oh, it's too loud.
But
Lord,
something
shut up.
unexpected is about to happen.
Oh, the Russian's still on.
He just became the first person ever to trigger a game crash, reaching the true kill screen, which is by far the biggest achievement in the 34-year-old history of the Pro Classic Tetris scene. So why is this such a big deal? And can a record like this ever be broken? To answer both those questions, we need to go back and start with the first unbeatable barrier in the game. In NES Tetris, released for the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1989, the goal is to assemble falling blocks to clear complete lines.
We
For
know how
every 10
Tetris
lines
works.
cleared, you move up a level and the speed gets a little bit faster. The fastest speed is reached at level 29, and at this point the pieces can no longer reliably get to the sides by holding down the side-to-side buttons.
Also, as a side note, with that fact taken into account, if you go past about here, you're actually fucked. Which is also a thing to include, is if you were holding the pieces left, if you were holding the steps, if you, like he was saying, if you were holding the left or right arrows or buttons on the D-pad to move them left and right, if you move them up here, you would not be able to move a line piece over to any of the edges in time. So this is also a soft you're fucked if you're playing in that mode. However, there's exceptions, which he's going to get to right now.
For decades, this was considered the end of the game, and level 29 got dubbed the kill screen because it always killed your run. Except it wasn't a kill screen in the traditional sense. In retro games, a kill screen normally refers to when it's impossible to get any further due to a glitch in the game's code. For example, in Pac-Man, the kill screen is reached at level 256, where a glitch garbles the entire right side of the screen and you aren't able to eat enough white dots to clear the level. NES Tetris doesn't actually have a glitch at level 29.
I assume that's due to some kind of mathematical limitation on how high it can go.
The highest number that a counter can go for 8-bit computers is 200 and... Well, it's technically 128 to negative 128 if you're including negative numbers. But for positive counters, it's...
256.
It's 256.
Yeah.
Or technically, actually not. It's not 256. It's 255. Because what happens when you hit 256 is that it's
Oh, because 0 was 1 technically.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's that, but also once you hit 256, that is not an 8-bit number anymore. You have to use 9 bits to represent it.
Which is
and that
no
9
possible.
And that 9-bit number is, it's 1 with 8 zeros in it. Yeah. What happens is that number has to get carried over that number has to get carried over somewhere, and it usually fucks up a lot of other stuff on its path to being used. Meaning it causes things to break.
Yeah.
And that's why that's that's why it's a kill stream. Yeah.
Faster. And in 2011, Thor Ackerlund became the first person to reach level 30 on video by vibrating his fingers to mash the controller faster than the game's built-in speed, a technique known as hyper tapping. And because level 29 is the maximum speed in the game, all the levels afterwards don't...
Hold up.
And because level 20...
An Among Us.
Or Dig Dug.
Nah, I see an Among Us.
9 is the maximum speed in the game, all the levels afterwards don't get any faster. So it was
hypertopping, by the way, is defined as anything faster than 11 hertz.
Oh, I thought that was going to mean something else.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
That joke.
Theoretically possible to go even higher. Thor's level world record would...
But yeah, 11. Hypertopping is considered anything faster than 11 hertz because anything slower than that is normal holding speed.
Joseph's skill would allow him to win 2 Tetris World Championship titles in 2018 and 2019, and he slowly kept pushing the level world record up.
Oh, hey, look, that was one of the co-creators of Tetris over there.
Until an even faster hypertapper, Eric ICX, came along and became the first to reach levels 37 and 38. Now, this was light years ahead of what anyone would have expected when the game first came out, but overall progress on the record was still slow because
is there a Toho
hypertapping
character in the top
barely
right
made
corner?
level 29 speed possible.
Why isn't
Deep
there?
runs into the 30s still required getting good luck with the pieces and near perfect placements with almost zero margin for error. In order to truly push things a lot further...
Yeah, see? Once you hit there, you can't tap fast enough, so you're fucked.
Some kind of breakthrough was needed, but then a new technique came along
here we go.
that would change everything.
Rolling.
In 2020, a Tetris player named Cheese watched a video on various button mashing strategies and had the epiphany to combine a multi-finger technique by Hector Fly done on arcade cabinets and another technique that used a finger on the bottom of the controller to push it into another finger on the top. He called this new technique rolling, and it allowed him to easily reach button mashing speeds over twice as fast as the quickest hyper tappers. He became the first player to ever reach level 40, and although a hyper tapper named Alex Thatch would end up taking the record back, he would be the last tapper ever to do so. Over the next few months, there was a flurry of new records as most of the top players in the scene switched over to the new rolling technique, culminating in Eric ICX, now a roller, shattering the record in 2021 by making it all the way to level 95. With the fastest speed in the game now fully mastered, it seemed like the sky was the limit for how far players could go, but an even bigger challenge than
So now the speed limitation is gone.
horizon. NES Tetris was originally designed with 10 normal-looking color palettes for levels 0 to 9 that were bright, colorful, and easily visible. Every time you go up 10 levels, the game then loops back around to the first color scheme. But because this game was coded in the 1980s, everything is written to try and be extremely memory efficient. So the line of code that's supposed to determine the level color glitches out starting at level 138 and starts pulling data from outside the color table, resulting in a bunch of random, bizarre color palettes that can be difficult to see. If you're into code and wondering exactly how and why this happens, Hydrant Dude has a great 2-minute explainer video on the subject that I'll link in the description. Obviously, the colors glitch wasn't a problem when the game first came out because making it to level 138 would have been a pipe dream. But now, players were actually on the verge of getting there. Technically, the first player to reach the glitch colors was Fractal161, but he opted to go for it on the much lesser played PAL version of the game, which runs 20% slower than the much more common NTSC version that is
The
used
inferior
in the
PAL
World Championships
version.
and most of the main leaderboards, including this one. Eric ICX became the first person to achieve glitched colors on the NTSC version.
And notice how new these records are, by the way. Like, August. This was like 6 months ago.
Became the first person to achieve glitched colors on the NTSC version, impressively managing to get it in an actual tournament match and making it all the way to level 146 before a particularly dim level cost him to top out. He ended up winning the 2022 World Championships a few months later. But now the combination
So
of
you grew up
challenges
slow
with
Sonic
visibility
in
and
your
sheer
yeah.
endurance were starting to seriously slow down progress again, as Eric's world record game had lasted nearly 40 minutes. It took over a year before anyone was able to get past the dim level that had taken out Eric, and when a player named Pixel Andy finally managed to beat it, he got taken out by an even more difficult level featuring pieces that were nearly pitch black.
Wait, the color.
Pixel
I can't see it.
Pixel Andy is on YouTube, by the
I
way.
couldn't see it. I couldn't see it on my screen. It just went dark.
So what was the future of the record? Slow incremental progress at increasingly difficult to see levels? Well, it turns out the
November of last year. This was like 3 months ago. That's how new and fast this shit was going.
Programmer
You know?
Greg Cannon made a Tetris playing AI called Stack Rabbit in order to push the game far beyond what was possible for a human. Not limited by stamina or eyesight, Stack Rabbit was able to fly past the most difficult glitched color levels with ease. And Greg ended up coining names for each of the color schemes as they passed, such as calling the dim level that took out Eric Dusk and the black level that took out Andy Charcoal.
That's impossible to
Continue
look at,
play
though.
through even more bizarre glitches that happen later on, such as level 235, which lasts for 800 lines instead of the typical 10. But eventually, the game just can't function anymore.
And there's the long bar, and it's gonna crash the game with that Tetris into level 237. Its final score is 102 million.
So what's going on here? In the simplest possible terms, the game is running on code, which is instructions on what to do next, and
Yep.
RAM, which is its workspace where it calculates things and keeps track of what it's doing. The game's
Yep.
code starts to become really inefficient on very high levels because no one was expected to get this far, and eventually a glitch happens where the game switches from reading instructions from the code to reading the RAM as if it were code. If the resulting garble generates a stop command, it completely breaks the game, leading to it being called the true kill screen. If you want the full technical breakdown, again, Hydrant Dude has a great video on the topic that I'll link in the description. But here's the thing, the game crash doesn't always
Oh, look at
happen
the
in
little
same
Tetra.
spot, because
I
the
know,
glitch
right?
can get triggered by very specific things depending on the
Tetraminos
level,
or
such as
whatever.
what piece you have or how many lines you clear at once. And Stack Rabbit was actually playing on a modified version of the game that has 7 digits in the score counter instead of 6, so it didn't have the same crash spots as an unmodified version. In 2022, there was a massive effort put into researching the mechanics of the crash, and Hydrant Dude made a spreadsheet tallying up every possible situation that could cause the crash
Look
to
at
be
this
triggered.
nut.
Yeah, I know, the same guy again. This guy's the MVP of documenting
Right now, just playing playing fucking Tetris
Turns out that the
potholes,
earliest
which is the
possible trigger
nuts.
for the crash on the unmodified original version of the game was a single at the transition into level 155. That actually wasn't too far off from the world record. A human might actually be able to do that, provided they could get through Dusk and Charcoal. In 2023, after Fractal won the World Championships and firmly established himself as the best current player in the scene, he decided to start live streaming daily attempts to get the crash. But on the very first night of his grind, a player named Blue Scooty shocked the scene by being the first player to ever beat Charcoal and make it all the way to level
there's Scooty.
153. Not only did this set a new level world record and score world record to boot,
There's
it was
Scooty.
only 18 lines away from the first crash.
He's 13, by the way.
In the scene who'd recently been on a meteoric rise, achieving a surprise semifinal.
I also want to mention, look at his family, look at his fans. They all have really cute shirts, and I love that.
They got a little Yoshi.
They have all blue Yoshis for this kid. He's living out his dream. I'm gonna say this again. This kid's fucking 13.
Semifinals finish in the 2023 World Championships. And after getting the record, he decided to challenge Fractal and start grinding for the game crash himself. And later said in an interview,
You know, I just thought if I was so close, I might as well race him for it and try and beat him to the crash.
but Fractal looked like he could be getting it at any moment. Less than 24 hours later, on day 2 of the grind, he had a game early on that went all the way to the level right before the glitched colors.
Are you ready?
Oh, wow. No. Fix it. No.
Later on in the night, he succeeded in getting to the glitched colors, but then disaster struck when he hit Dusk.
Oh my god. No, I got completely blindsided.
Oh, this he's
Despite not getting the game crash, this game would actually end up taking back the score world record from Blue Scooty. On day 3, Fractal started up again, ready for another evening of attempts. But just 20 minutes into the stream, the chat alerted him that Blue Scooty was currently on a big run.
Wait, what is Scooty at right now?
Here's all the sportsmanship is also something I also want to appreciate too. Watch. Like, it's so
Scooty
nice.
was on a roll, having reached the glitch colors and easily coasted through Dusk with a low board. Next up was Charcoal. He had a little bit of trouble at the beginning, but managed to clutch a line piece to the left to get the stack down to complete the level.
Charcoal
now
looks
it
so
was just
fucking
a
hard to
matter
look
of
at.
carrying the game to the finish line. He slowly kept downing levels, passing his old record and making it to 154. This was it. He just needed a single on the final line clear to get it. But then 4 lines in, he misdropped. Now in dig mode, he started optimizing his stack for survival instead of singles. He managed to open his board just in time to fill the longbar dependency, but oh no!
I missed it.
He'd accidentally passed the crash trigger by clearing a triple instead of a single. Scooty marched onward, unsure of when he'd get another chance.
Oh my god. Just please crash.
The next available target was on level 157, where every 1 line clear would have a 73% chance of triggering the crash. But as Scooty entered the level, he suddenly started to misdrop again. Nothing was clearing any lines, his chances were slipping away. But in a last-ditch effort with a J piece to the left, it happened.
Oh my god!
Amazing.
Immediately, reactions poured in from the rest of the community.
He did it! He did it!
Wait! He got it! Oh my god! Let's go!
The truly crazy thing about this achievement is that NES Tetris had always been considered.
I'm so happy that everyone's so like supportive of like one person doing something cool.
Screen and the game would be over. This was the
Because it's like a group achievement, you know.
The game beating the player had beaten the game, and this really feels like a turning.
I also like that he could have done it earlier, but it was just chance that made it kind of
He
bad.
expressed concern that it was too OP and would eventually destroy the scene. But instead, it's caused the scene to have a complete renaissance. Concerns about tournament games going too long due to endless lineouts have instead been replaced by ROM patches adding a new faster speed at level 39 that resulted in exciting battles for bigger line clears that are worth more points. The level and score world records, once thought to be getting stale as they turned into a mere endurance challenge, had suddenly given us the most exciting record chase the community had ever seen, with the world records changing hands multiple times in a single week. week. And now that the game crash has officially happened, there's a ton of possibilities of where the record chasing can go from here. Players could go for speedrunning the crash or trying to get the highest possible score before it.
No, Fractal, he said that he was interested in going for an efficient game crash. So I think he's definitely going to be coming.
So now we're in the speedrunning category of classic Tetris,
I might as well, too.
where it's crash the game percent,
Feels like a representation of the very best of what
which
the
is
community
nuts.
is.
Also, I love
At
his
live events,
plushies.
He's always been a cheerful and gracious competitor, and he's shown that hard work really can pay off, as he's said that he practices around 3 to 5 hours a day.
Do you have anything to say to the young players out there?
Epics, hello! You came in at the perfect
You
time.
set your mind to something. And
We're talking about the new classic record.
and try hard enough.
His first place finish at the Kansas City Regional Championship this past month was his first
The
live
thing!
tournament victory. And if you'd like
The
to
new
see him play
thing.
live again, his next appearance will be at the Heart of Texas Regional Championship in just a few weeks.
Oh,
but
neat.
one final question remains. After
Hey,
the
Alma,
game
you wanna go to a
crash, is
tournament?
there any major
You can go.
milestone left to achieve in the game?
I would
not what I
like
said,
to.
but
Turns
okay.
out, the
Honestly,
answer
kind of
is
a little bit.
yes. What if, instead of intentionally trying to get the crash as quickly as
I'm reading the
possible,
comments
you
on the 100
instead
Thieves compound video.
avoid it?
Actually, as a side note, as of I think yesterday, Appets, you might need to correct me. I think right now there are 3 people who have managed to get to the crash. Is that true? Because I know one of them was like, I think there's 3 people, new people at regionals. I am on the absolute opposite coast, and I would very much love to. And as a side note, this is funny to mention because I do have an NES with in my basement, and I do have an NES controller.
You have a basement?
Yeah, just storage though. But I don't have a copy of NES Tetris, and I kind of want one now.
Why is there
So
a Liquipedia page for this fucking tournament?
Why wouldn't there be?
I didn't know they would have that. Where can I find like the page for this place?
Fractal on January 3rd, Pixel Andy on January 4th. Yeah, so yeah, 3 people. So Scooty, Fractal, and Pixel Andy have managed to do the crash. I'm subscribed to Andy, by the way, on YouTube.
Boston Tea Parody Regional, January 13th, 2024.
Hey, can you link me that?
Located at MIT.
Wait, can you link me that?
Join Fractal's Discord server for more information.
Fuck. I'm like, no, I'm just surprised that it's like, I want to join. I was like, oh, it's in Boston?
Literally in a
Oh,
week
it's in
and
MIT?
change.
Oh, good luck at I'm not participating.
Yeah, but you could spectate.
I'm gonna spectate. I'm not gonna participate. I haven't played fucking jack with that.
Is this
Appets,
specifically
Appets,
for
I mean-
NES Tetris? Is there nothing? Oh, no, it is specifically for NES Tetris.
That's what I'm saying. I am specifically in the opposite position as you, where I was in a Tetrio tournament, and it was like where you were in a Tetrio tournament and had no experience with Tetrio, but you had experience with classical Tetris. I have experience with Tetrio. I barely have experience with classical Tetris. Not enough to complete anything
The
that
Heart
hard.
of Texas Regional is at an expo that is involves a bunch of stuff, not necessarily Tetris.
Oh yeah, no. So it's probably a classic games expo that also has it as a side tournament.
tournaments for Mario Kart, Fortnite, Tekken 7, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Smash Ultimate,
I just didn't
Street
play as
Fighter
much.
6, Mario Kart Double Dash, Smash 64, Tetris, Guitar Hero 3, Halo 2, Shaq Fu, and Dr. Mario.
Shaq Fu, dirty.
Oh fuck! It's in Waco. I don't know if I want to go to Waco.
Can I buy this? Like, can I just buy, like,
A Tetris NES cartridge?
Yeah, can I-
Probably. They're probably $45.
is it? Okay, hold on, wait.
You can probably get one for cheaper. Like
No, I
there's-
was gonna ask.
don't
Like,
pay the
it's
200
is it app? You're also going to Waco? Hell yeah. It's. I don't know the scene for competitive legitimacy. Do you have to use an authentic cartridge, or can I get like a repro or a flash card with the ROM on it? Is there a specificness about it?
You
or...
you will be able to find a fucking
I know.
Cartridge
I
at a
don't.
local game store, I am certain of it. It will probably be relatively reasonably priced.
I know, but I don't want somebody's gross used cartridge. If anything, I would clean it.
What do you mean gross used cartridge?
Oh, actually, wait, no, scratch that. In theory, I actually I would need to use the ROM hacked version of the game. I just realized.
Let's see. The Waco tournament is $40 for the whole weekend. That's actually really cheap for a convention.
That's not bad. Looks like it's a This is not what I'm looking for. What the fuck am I? But to go for Crash, you must use an unmodified ROM. Oh yeah, you're right, because it's easier on unmodified ROM, right? I'm not obviously gonna go for a game Crash. I don't even know how to hyper tap, let alone roll for this shit. I'm a DAS idiot.
Just
don't
how
work in me.
far
But
could
anyway,
you possibly
we're gonna
get?
finish this. They don't know how to spell it. It's okay. Okay, so where's the end game for this?
Further beyond what humans and even AIs can currently do, some people in the community have constructed tool-assisted speedruns, aka TASes, where instead of being played in real time, every move is manually entered in. This allows them to
Hey,
simulate
Alma,
what it
that
would look
con
like
that
if a
the
player
Tetris
was
thing is
able
at?
to avoid
Yeah.
all the potential traps that
They
could
have
trigger
battle
the
bots.
crash. This will become almost
Fuck!
a fundamentally
Oh wait, no, it's not battle
different
bots.
type of
Never mind.
challenge
What is
than
it?
any previous one in the game.
It is robots.
Instead of being rivals, the player
That
and the game
counts.
will be working together as a team.
Is it 250-pound robots?
They're picking objects out of a container.
If both the
In
player
a
and the
2v2
game
match?
survived every
Question mark?
pitfall, the final level they
It
will
might be
reach is
they might
level
NHR. Oh, it might be NHRL then.
glitched color scheme of pure
Its
red.
first
This
tech
is the last
challenge,
level
Waco
that can be
League
stored in the game's
Championship.
memory. And things are so
We're
unstable
gonna look that up
5
later.
of the 7 pieces in the game could trigger the crash when falling normally. So the player basically has to push down on every piece to survive. So what happens when the level clears? It loops right back around to level 0. The game officially resets
We've given-
back to the beginning. If the
I
original
see,
kill
okay.
screen was the game's way of beating the player, and the true kill screen was the player's way of beating the game, beating level 255 is the rebirth screen, with both the player and the game
The art
emerging
is cute, by the way.
triumphant together. If it can be done someday, it will be the ultimate final achievement of the original game.
So the theoretical,
For future updates, through the
what we
links in
could
the
do is play it so much that we get to, we're like half the level limit is like what 100 levels left, but that's still pretty. Ooh. Flash cartridges for retro consoles. I wonder if looping back to 0 resets the false seed. The final screen isn't red, but I haven't looked into it. I mean, the footage was. There's a source for it. FGHSGH. Hold on. FGHSGH. Great channel. Yeah, there we go. AI Tetris. There we go. There we go. So. Wait, what? Hold up. Where is it? Okay, 96. I'm trying to find where the actual break screen is. We're close. Is this it? No, I think we're past it because now these numbers are going back into RAM. Oh, there it is. There's the evil fucking screen. Looking beyond the NES team Tetris. Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it just resets. Neat. And then you can see here that the number of lines cleared is so high that it's reaching past the number palette and going into graphical palette. It's reaching past the numbers in the graphical palette and is just pulling like
It's gone past the numbers, right?
It's gone past the numbers. Same with these. Like, this is the game screen bit. And the score, I don't think, is gonna change anymore. Here's a blog post from our community members we're getting into. Ooh. Let's read through this, actually. Because this is an interesting thing where it's like, we've basically broken this dude's game. Completely, like, we've actually broken it. We've shattered it into fucking pieces. Yeah, I've seen Pixel streams. There are a few notable hardware crashes in Tetris history. This one invalidated tense competition.
Jeez.
Wait, really?
Take that safe double into 29. He's got the 1.1. And here we go. The race to level 39 is on. Efficiency matters. Oh, no. Cheese's hardware just turned off.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, my word. Cheese's hardware just turned off. So...
Who played that?
The sound.
What the heck was that?
That's so interesting.
That sucks. These scores were super close.
And you know the worst part about this?
You know,
we can't really stop the match until Eric finishes his set.
At this point, I think the fair thing to do is to replay this. Clearly, Cheese did not do it. Cheese was ahead by a good amount. So I think the right thing to do here is to play this over.
Just reset.
Unfortunately, we had to go so long. Now, why did that happen?
And this is the part where we're like, yeah, Tetris games are getting a little bit too long. We might be a little bit too fast. We might be too good at this.
But we are going to replay this. Oh,
there was like I think I showed it was like I forgot if it was.
The triple down the right side.
Maybe for organizational reasons, it should be done to high score? Question mark.
It is.
Oh.
It is to high score. But
Well,
I don't remember. I don't remember
if it's taking too long.
Yeah, I just don't remember what the. Hold on. There's a video about this for Tetris games going too long. Anyway, this one by Jonas actually just sent the game directly to the win screen, followed by a garbled menu.
What? What just happened there? Did you see that? What?
What? It's so broken.
What just happened there? Did you see that?
Oh, man. We're in some fascinating stuff. The computer science brain in me is like buzzing. Oh my god. Yo. It's really broken. Tugi had a game correct without crashing, and he fixed it by slamming the table. That one I think is a that one I think was a hardware. That one I think was just maybe a connection issue with the
Friendly reminder, there was an Apple computer that was released at one point where the genuine troubleshooting recommendation was to pick it up and your computer up and drop it on the ground.
What the really? What the hell?
Yeah, it's because the computer would like it was like a computer with like a lead acid battery or some shit.
Oh, that's not good. Without disabling the crash. And then it just crashes. Huh. So if we basically finagle ourselves around... Yeah, placing a piece can crash the game. That's how bad, that's how unstable things are. So if we basically go around the landmines of this nonsense and still clear lines at the same time, we can reach it. Which is an insane, again, thing to try and even do. There was also, where was that video? I mean, it was A Scout about talking about game matches going longer than they should. It's one of them. Ah, there it is. Pushing down 29 pieces and flashing the next box in 29 pieces. Yeah. Also, there we go.
Eric ICX setting a new world record in NES Tetris by
Eric.
being the first person to ever reach level 146 in the August 2022 Masters event. You may notice that this level is very dark. That's because he has gotten so much farther than the game's programmers originally intended that the code for the game colors.
I do love that 255 straight up is just red death, and the only time that happens beforehand is 191. Like, just...
Is actually
fuck you.
But beyond that, Eric set perhaps an even more significant record in the overall scene. The longest competitive Tetris match ever, with this one game lasting 37 minutes and 20 seconds, over 4.5 times longer than a typical game used to last. This is the apex.
And this is one game in a set.
Rolling developed less than 2 years ago that completely turned the meta of NES Tetris upside down, and has had games going
One game in a set, 40 matches. We're literally approaching Dota levels of long nonsense.
Won't get bored, and two, so that organizers won't run
You mean the longest Tetris or Dota match?
Both.
Longest Tetris match was 40. What was it? What was the record? Did you say?
Competitive Tetris match ever, with this one game lasting 37 minutes and 20 seconds. Over.
Yeah, 37 minutes.
I see that man hasn't seen the Swarm Host meta in SC2, where we got the 4-hour game of StarCraft 2.
There was also the Dota 2 longest tournament game ever, which was, I think, upwards of 2 hours 30 minutes. And it was so bad that the timer broke and caused shit to just random effects to appear on screen.
Funny.
I might play that because I want to look at that again. CSGO quad overtime sensor. How long is CSGO quad overtime? How bad can that be, Claire? I need to know.
I guess, yeah, quad overtime does make sense.
Shout out to the username of Dog Playing Tetris, by the way. Love that.
Did CSGO have a feature kind of like Valorant where if you get overtime too many times, you can just agree to make the game a draw?
Can we just give up?
Sure. One, so that audiences won't get bored, and two, so that organizers won't run behind schedule. Because when you're trying to run a live tournament that operates on a set.
Can someone send me the details about the Boston tournament, by the way? I want to observe.
Oh, yeah, I'll send them in a sec. Well, no, it says to join the Discord.
Can you invite me to the Discord? Dog Playing Tetris 2-time world champion. God, I love good usernames in esports.
Is introducing what is effectively a line cap on level 49 by having a ROM hack start dropping pieces 6 times a second, making it virtually impossible to play on. And the Classic Tetris World Championships next month in October, which are happening live for the first time since 2019, have announced that they are not going to have a line cap or score cap or any limiting cap at all. So was this the right decision? Will the World Championships be a
yeah, can you... I think we are friends? Are we friends on Discord?
The hard part is that
send me a friend request on Discord
statistic about NES Tetris matches
and you can invite me to that Discord.
So any discussion on how much
it's funny because like Wednesday I also got an invite for what was it? The WPL, the World Puzzle League.
But I didn't think that was good enough.
The longest regulation CSGO match was 46 to 42.
Jesus Christ, people are psychotic.
People are psychotic.
The TOs must have been pissed.
I need to like chug.
What's going to happen next?
I can say this as someone who has either been a TO or assisted TOs. Fuck, nothing makes my blood boil than matches taking too long.
This is
everything else so hard.
This is a new level.
Context on how the scene got in this situation in the first place. So let's get started. NES Tetris was originally released in 1989 as a single-player game.
I'm kind of freaking out that Fractal is basically in my hometown, and I'm like, yo, how did this happen in my life? Am I now?
The most important coincidences in his talk at GDC in 2019.
So when a player reaches level 29, NES Tetris
spoil what they did for 23.
fall at a rate of
I mean,
one line
go
per
for
frame.
it.
making horizontal movement nearly impossible, resulting in imminent death. This effectively acts as a kill screen and will instantly end the game for nearly any player. The kill screen behavior is unique to NES Tetris, and it cannot be played forever like classic Tetris variants such as Game Boy version or Tengen Tetris. The result
Funny how this is already outdated.
Situation and round times are around 6 to 9 minutes at most in duration, which are a very good length for an esports match.
In 2019, this was correct. The two major play
Except
styles were
not.
DAS, which uses the built-in
And now we're wrong, and we're fucked.
down, and hyper tapping, which uses manual tapping of the buttons to achieve faster speeds. In the World Championships, the game is started on level 18, with pieces taking 1 second to
I like,
fall. After
yeah, 3 years, and we're like,
transitions to
this
level
is
19, where
nostalgic.
pieces take 2/3
When
of a second to fall, and the game moves up a level every
things
time
happened relatively
maximum
normally.
speed is reached, with pieces falling every 1/3 of a second when the player hits the level 29 kill screen at 230 lines. DAS can't move pieces to the side at this speed, which effectively ends the game, and even though hyper tappers could sometimes squeak out a
Ooh,
handful of
I like
lines
the
in a
stat
Tetris
screen.
or two, it was not really enough to impact the length of games. This was the longest game in the entire 2019 championships, where hyper tapper Joseph Saley lasted just 7 lines past level 29. And the overall world record wasn't much better. At the end of 2019, the highest score world record of 1.35 million was also by Joseph Saley in a game in which he only got a few lines
bad.
beyond that
Aw.
to level 30. Over the next 2 years, hyper tappers slowly made progress in getting better at playing past level 29, but it was still very rare to see a game ever get beyond level 31 or 32 in competition. And then in late 2020, one person changed everything. A player named Cheese combined several techniques for button mashing that he had observed in other games to develop a more efficient technique for NES Tetris, where he rolled several fingers across the back of the controller to push the buttons into a finger on the top. This technique was called rolling, and it actually made the level 29 speed much more possible to play on. So a ton of world records got shattered over the following year. The longest game of the 2021 World Championships, which happened online,
We don't
was
need
by
ads.
Roller
You don't need ads.
Hufflepuffus, in which he
No one
got
needs
all the
ads.
way to level 41. And the world record high score by Cheese at the end of 2021 was a staggering 2.34 million, in which he got
Also
all
enjoy
the
the
way
emotes,
to
by the way.
level
The emotes are cute.
61. Because remember, after level 29,
Don't you wed me? I have too many friends who've wedded me. I'm immune.
theoretically play forever.
You can't
This
wed
was
me
around the
and
time
get
the
an
community
get a
people
response
really
out of me
started
anymore.
talking about the potential for future matches to get too long and too boring. So in December 2021, I decided
Y'all
to
stop.
start keeping track
No.
of a ton of data points on
Wes
every
don't
game
work
from
anymore
the
on
Classic
me. I'm
Tetris Monthly
immune.
Masters
Wait,
event, which
wait.
features the 16
I've been wed at too many times.
You
best
wed
of
other
5
people.
matches in a
I've
single
seen it
elimination
happen.
bracket.
I have
This event
not.
was
Believe
basically
it,
the
Chad.
perfect tournament to
She's
track
a lot.
with
She
reliable
can't be
data,
trusted
because
when
one,
it comes
happened
to
consistently once a
telling
month.
the truth
Two,
about the
prize pool had
Wes.
grown to
I have
several
not.
$1,000s,
Excuse
which
me?
heavily
You have.
incentivized
I've
all the
seen
best
it.
players in the
I've
world
heard
to play
it.
every time. And 3, it was online, so all the best players in the world could actually play every time. And so now, 9 months later, I finally have all this data that shows the trajectory of how games got longer in the past and how much longer they might get in the future. Let's dive in. First, one of the things I tracked was what playstyle players used past level 29 on each individual game. As you can see, the DAS playstyle was already nearly extinct in this tournament, but the hypertapping playstyle was still pretty prominent at the beginning, with 65% of games still using it in January. But at this point, it has been almost entirely replaced, with 94% of the games using rolling by August. Playing past level 29 used to be a negligible part of tournaments, making up only 3.5% of the total runtime in December, but now with the rise of rolling, it's ballooned up to 19% in August. The average game length has been a bit bumpy, but also undeniably shows a clear trend upwards, having also increased from 7.5 minutes in December to 9.7 minutes in August. And finally, here's how many games got to every level past level 29. As we can see, there used to be a lot of games that ended very quickly past level 29, but now it's more spread out further to the right. So where's Eric's game on the chart? Oh wait, this chart only goes up to level 49. Some games are missing. Let's double the length of the chart. Okay, now it goes up to level 69. Eric's game still isn't on here. The chart now includes every game except for Eric's. Let's see where Eric's game is.
Tetris is also neat because
Going out,
Tetris is fun because lol statistics. He is an outlier and must not be trusted.
There it is, level 146. Now this chart should tell you something. Eric's game was a massive, massive outlier. And the thing is, it didn't even need to happen. His opponent Hufflepuffus only made it to level 66, and Eric had already beaten his score by level 7.
Guys, I'm in
Eric continued
too
to
many
play another
Tetris discords now.
76 levels
This is
after
not
he
healthy
already
for
won.
me.
This is what's known as a mullen. It used to
I'm
be
in like 10
taboo to do this in
StarCraft
the early days of the
discords.
scene.
Probably,
because
and
live
I've
events couldn't
left a few
afford to
recently
waste
because
time.
I never
But the term got
used
coined
them.
after a commentator encouraged Ben Mullen to keep playing during this match in 2017
Oh, there we
because
go.
it was close to getting the first ever
Yeah.
1 million point score.
Here's the
in a live
here's the
competition.
explanation.
The practice of mullening has become a lot more common in recent years because most matches happen online where there's less of a strict time constraint. Eric had kept playing for similar reasons to Ben Mullen. He was already most of the way there to the world record in his own personal best, so he decided to just keep going and going. And this is a crucial factor when it comes to predicting the future, because we can turn that level chart into a percentage chart, which shows us exactly what percentage of games reach a certain point. For example, 33% of all games in August made it to level 35. If we apply a linear projection to these numbers, we can expect it to rise to 39% in October. And if we take all these percentages and use them to simulate 1,000 best of 5 matches, we get this: a projection of what the length of matches is likely to be for the top 16 in the World Championships next month. The 1,000 simulated matches are sorted from longest to shortest. So over here we can see a drop off with a small amount of matches that barely last 20 minutes. And on the other end, an exponential rise with a small amount of matches that last over an hour, with the very longest matches possible in the simulation.
Also, not gonna lie, I kind of want to buy a top-loading.
Overall, the average match length is
Top-loading
37.2
NES
minutes.
is
If we compare
like
this to
usually
an
the one
identical
not to get, I
simulation
thought,
based off
because
the
it's
results
like
of the top 16 in the
not,
2019 World
it's like more locked
Championships,
down
the difference
and
is
not as
huge.
like
Matches never got any
modifiable.
longer than
I just saw a mod to add an HDMI port onto it. What are you talking about?
4 minutes. So that's a
I'm just
big
like,
deal. Matches are lasting nearly twice as long on average. Except here's the thing, the World Championships have actually put a big limit on how long games can go. It's called eliminating the mullens. They've announced a return to their policy in the past where mullens were strictly prohibited, and this actually changes a lot. I also tracked where every game gets to if you take out the mullens, which in turn allows for a projection to be built without the mullens. And this gives the result of, you guessed it,
Statistical
what the World
analysis.
Championships would look like without mullens. An average
Wow,
game length
that doesn't
of
fucking change anything.
33.2 minutes, a full
Except
4
for the-
minutes shorter, with many of those outlier match lengths completely eliminated. This actually has more of an effect than adding a line cap at level 49, which would only drop the average game length to 35.7 minutes. But what if the World Championships eliminated the mullens and added a level 49 cap like the Masters event? Well, we can simulate that too. The average game length would be 32.7 minutes, only half a minute shorter than just eliminating the mullens. What if they eliminated the mullens and moved the cap down to level 39? It'd bring the average down to 32.4 minutes, only 20 seconds shorter than a level 49 cap. As you can see, there are diminishing
Actually, you know what
returns
would
here.
be
No matter how
good
you
if I got
slice
like a
it,
tiny
matches are
NES,
still going to
just
be
as
much longer
a
than they
treat
were in
for myself.
2019. This is because there is another factor that currently has a much bigger effect on the length of matches than playing
Tiny
past
NES is cute.
29. And well,
You never
it's the
guess to
matter of
which
getting to
change
level
we did.
29 in
Yeah.
the first place. In the 2019 World Championships, there were a lot of very early top outs. Probably a lot more than most people remember because they're unremarkable games, so they fade away into memory. Since it takes more than 8 minutes to get to level 29, every early top out that instead goes to level 29 is the equivalent of a game that went to level 29 instead going to level 60. And players have gotten a lot more consistent. In the Masters event, only 29% of games were making it to level 29 last December with no mullens. And by August, that number was up to 76%. Compare that to the 2019 World Championships where only 10% of games made it to level 29, and it's not hard to see why match times have increased. There are a lot more early top outs now going to level 29 than there are level 29 games now going to level 60. But the absolute biggest factor in how long a best of 5 match goes is, perhaps unsurprisingly, whether it's a sweep, goes 4 games, or goes all 5. Over the past 9 months in the Masters event, 46% of matches went 3 games, 28% went 4 games, and 26% went 5 games. This is the data that I use to help run the simulations. But the important thing to keep in mind is that these
Data.
simulations just produce an average. The
I
World
love data.
Championships
Do you guys
could
love
end up
data?
with a bunch of
Data's
games
pretty
on the
fun.
upper or lower
Data's
end
cool.
of the simulation. For example, when I showed the data earlier about the average game length in each Masters event, it suggests that the overall tournament is getting longer and longer, with the most recent one being the longest. But when I actually tallied up how long each tournament was, it wasn't August, but February that was actually the longest, clocking in at approximately 8 hours and 42 minutes of game time. And that's because February had the fewest sweeps and most 5-game sets out of any other month. So how do you reduce this wide range of potential outcomes? Well, it's simple. Instead of a best of 5 set, you make it best of 3. If we retroactively make every Masters event match best of 3s, 58% of them would have lasted just 2 games, and 42% would last all 3. If we do a World Championships 2022
Not sure how I feel about that one, though.
and best of 3, the average match length plummets to just 21.2 minutes, and there is much less variance. And this is exactly what the World Championships are doing in the early rounds. They've announced they're returning to best of 3 like they used to in the old days. In a nutshell, if time is the main concern, we can look at exactly what effect each time-saving measure would have in isolation and see that the World Championships have already implemented the 2 best time-saving strategies. Next year might be a different story, but for this year, the World Championships is absolutely fine without a line cap. They just need to budget about 50% more time per game to accommodate the increased consistency of the players. And heck, you want to know what the most effective solution would be if consistency is the problem? Just eliminate the longest, slowest part of every game. Level 18. That's where the majority of time is spent in every tournament. There's a mode on the Tetris Gym ROM hack called Transition Trainer that allows you to skip the first 130 lines and just start on the level 19 transition. If we simulate this out for the 2022 World Championships with no Mullins, the average match length, even in a best of 5 set, is only 15 minutes. A whole 6
That would be
minutes shorter than full-length best of
kind of nuts, honestly, but I don't know how this... I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Game on this mode during downtime at the Lone Star Qual this
Like,
summer.
what do you think? Because if we literally did let's skip the early shit and just went to
total runtime was only 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Right in line.
It feels weird because I'm like, it's like a video game going from, okay, we're gonna skip mid game, or we're gonna skip early game, and like, huh?
It just blows every other option completely.
We're just doing mid game immediately, and it confused me a little bit.
I mean, StarCraft two basically is like fuck the mid game.
No. Fuck the early game.
I guess.
This is like these are literally let's cut the early game.
Which translates to only a single game across the entire 50 to 60 game tournament. And in the first couple matches we saw with the cap implemented, sure enough, none of the matches reached the cap except for this one game by Gerald where his opponent Miles topped out at level 35 and Gerald mullined the rest of the way there. The cap does seem to be affecting some players psychologically, causing them to play more aggressively out of fear of a hard limit, but at this moment in time, it's pretty much just a placebo. If 98% of games aren't reaching the mark, the best strategy would be to simply play as if it isn't there. So what's the big picture conclusion?
Also, people freaking out kind of
Saying that
seems
line caps aren't needed.
understandable.
Well, not exactly. This is a question I have been struggling to answer for the better part of a year. What you just listened to is actually the 5th version of the script I wrote for this video. I wrote different versions in January, February, July, and August as I had more and more data to look at. And the reason I rewrote the script so many times is because so much of the initial debate over line caps was over whether games would be going on too long, so that was the question I was trying to answer. And going back to the 2 original reasons people had for concern, the answer is yeah, games are getting a lot longer, which is a problem for organizers, but line caps are the least efficient solution, and there are many other superior methods to cut down on time. And if we look at the audience perspective, what I've realized is that focusing primarily on the time question is actually a big distraction from the real issue. Games don't become boring just because they're going on for a long time. A long game could theoretically still be exciting, and tournaments could rework their structures to accommodate this if it were the case. The actual best reason to implement line caps has to do with how it is affecting game strategy. And that's the subject I'll be diving into in the next video, where I interview Fractal161 right after he set a new world record.
Oh, hey, Fractal.
If the video's up,
I like
watching this, you can click.
It's so weird where it's like, oh, the community is so small where names just kind of keep coming up again and again and again and again and again. And I'm like, oh, hey. I feel like I know these guys now. It's fun. Yeah, so I'll show the longest game. Not the longest game in Dota 2 history, but the longest game in the longest game in. This was 8 years ago. I can't believe this.
Here comes the wraparound. Misery and Big Daddy. They want to try and find a kill in return. Down goes the party ring, and maybe Quista can turn it around. He's taking a fair bit of damage from the creeps from Big Daddy, and Quista now in trouble. Can he stay alive long enough to see the kill?
We're only
Onto
5
Misery?
minutes
Yes,
in.
he can. He has got a bolt charge as well. And here's the TP in from Clutcher. He's come to help out, and Big Daddy. He finds the kill onto Bristleback. That's a double kill there for Big Daddy No Tail. And Bone 7, he's got a hook shot as well. He should be able to find the kill on Clutcher. There's the hook shot. There's your cogs. And that's going to be
So
a
that's
dead
normal.
Zeus. And all in all, a bit of a messy team fight. Yeah, bottom lane, I guess, went in with a hook shot. Yeah, Farta helping out. And maybe SFC look to fight here. They've got the sniper. Sniper starting to chip away. Nice fishy catching too. There's your
And then
hand
it
of
just
God.
kind of goes on
Buyback, so, we're probably
and on.
It's not going
163 minutes.
That'd be a little bit too early. Creeps
It
going.
comes- yeah.
Always pushing
Twitch
with Misery.
is Twitch having a moment for anyone else?
Here and get out. Because
According to my setup, it's you.
he's only got 4K gold. He's either got a half an item, or a buyback.
According to how my setup is reporting all this is you.
Alrighty then.
200
wait.
minute game.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Longest Dota 2 longest TI game. This might be one in more particular. Oh, there it is. The longest game in Dota 2, in professional Dota 2, is this the longest TI game? There's some of them. They're just like really long for really no reason, and there was a crowd and people were cheering, and I'm like, man.
Prism tries to buy him time. Chuan.
Yeah, this sounds familiar now.
Rapier's on the ground. Bernie has the rapier.
And people were just so sad, desperate. Being in Bay and Royale, I legitimately fell asleep for about 5 minutes during this game. We were doing the wave, cheering for small camp kills, anything. Big thanks to Icy for being a boss and managed to cast the whole thing in spectacular fashion.
And I want to. Oh, there's a swap. Faith manages to grab Burning. Burning throws stuff down in the black hole. Interrupted it just enough. Chuan on point, but no, the other one. He
Black.
got Ferrari.
This is really making me want to I feel like this might be a little bit obvious now. I'm really kind of tempted into going back into playing Dota.
No, Alma, please. You won't escape this time if you get out. Unless you really want to.
It seems fun. I don't know. Or at least it seems like a good different game to play that I know about, that at least, you know?
Hey, you know what would be really fun to do after you get back into Dota?
What?
Get into League.
I already play League with my friends. It's not...
Wait, you do?
Occasionally. And some of it's ARAM.
Oh, well, that's not League.
I know it's not. I know it's not League, but it's just like there's that, and playing League isn't as fun as playing Dota for some reason. There's weird nonsense about League that I don't like. It still feels immensely too janky for some reason.
Obviously, we need to play the best MOBA.
Here's the Storm.
The Overprime.
What's Paragon the Overprime?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you know what we should play? Here's a New Earth.
Or fucking Heroes of the Storm.
I was trying so much to avoid saying the phrase Heroes of the Storm.
They have Overwatch characters in it. Your favorite.
I played as one character, and that was fucking James Raynor, and that was it.
Given some pep.
Out of all the games I've played during that time period, I have, when I played it for initial, because I thought it was very exciting in the beginning. I thought it was like, I haven't lost a game.
It's on the ground. Yeah, ping that out. There it is. This is now the longest game in Dota 2 history.
And the kill count's only 19 to 30, which is...
Lockdown, watch him get blown up. No, actual prison keeps him alive a little bit longer. A drop immediately. Now buybacks matter. Faith does not have a buyback. Buybacks at this point on supports are costing $2,100. They're 2,100 gold. And here we go. There's going to be a shot on the bear. Black hole. Go one way up. It's open. No.
There was a refresh.
Being blown up by
Two.
Zone's gone. ROTK will end up.
My only experience with MOBAs was playing Heroes to get that Diva skin. I don't even remember even getting the Diva skin if I did.
You got a free skin for playing HOTS?
What was that? Hold on. HOTS Diva skin.
That's gonna be too vague. You should probably look HOTS Diva Overwatch skin or something.
Oh, it was the cop skin.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that sucked. Yeah, it was the cop skin.
I've seen that skin a lot, but not in Overwatch, if you know what I mean.
It was the cop skin. I remember talking about this on social media when I unlocked the cop skin.
Oh, you get a mount for it too. That's kind of cool.
You know the funny thing that I posted on Twitter that got me a bunch of social media fucking engagement.
All divas are bad or some shit like that.
No, it was I recorded footage of Diva's stuff in the training room, and when she does her little boost, she makes her mech makes little police siren noises. That's it.
Okay.
It just goes while you're flying around, and the lights I think go off. It was cute. That's all. Man. This Overwatch skin is still the killer one, which was the legally distinct not Lego, despite us being partnered with Lego skin. Disaster 5, I get it. Go to sleep. Go to bed. We're going off the rails on a crazy train. What's the other video? Oh, I wanted to show a GameCube mod.
What's your hard cap for the time on this?
None. It's till Friday.
Oh, okay.
Other than until I get tired. Okay. Oh yeah, this one I wanted to show. Did you watch this video about the flippy drive?
I didn't yet. Partially
Let's watch
you
it.
Added it. I'm going to go. I will be back in a sec. You go ahead and play it. I'll watch it, and if I miss something, I'll catch up later. I gotta use restroom. Be right
This
back.
is good. I sent it to Brandon. Mainly because because GameCube mods are kind of cool, and this one's really interesting.
What was once a dormant and relatively inactive GameCube modding scene
Stop
is now a
translating
flourishing and revitalized space with a ton of new and amazing mods, with plenty more coming just on the horizon. And today we can
there's
see
M.2
one of those
mods for it,
come to
and this
life
one's
for
cool
the GameCube.
in particular.
And it's called the Flippy Drive, a tiny yet powerful all-new optical drive emulator that boasts some truly unique and very cool features, both with its hardware and its software.
Look at that software implementation.
Let's take a look.
It's so cool. You get the little GameCube menu for loading ROMs too, or well, in particular, legally obtained backups of all your games. Please don't. Don't. Just don't.
Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Tito, and welcome to the first
Don't. I have to legally say that. Don't.
And what better way to kick off the new year than checking out an incredible new mod for the Nintendo GameCube? This is the Flippy Drive, an all-new optical drive emulator powered by a RP2040 and ESP32 microcontroller. This tiny PCB allows you to play games directly from a micro SD card, but it does it in a way we haven't seen before.
You also don't understand how nuts this guy
compatible
is.
With Swiss, the team behind Flippy Drive are integrating a new version of Cube Boot, which utilizes existing GameCube menu assets, giving you a truly novel and very cool
You just boot into a GameCube menu
looks and feels like
and just load a game.
by Nintendo themselves. Now,
It's
today,
so
we've only
good.
had one option when it comes to optical drive emulators for the GameCube, and that was the GC Loader, which was released a few years ago. While the GC Loader itself is also an incredible mod that allows you to load games from an SD card, one of the main drawbacks, in my opinion, was the fact that you
Man,
had
I
to
miss
remove
when
the original
Overwatch was
optical
good.
drive in order to install it. On the other hand, with the Flippy Drive and its super easy and solder-free installation, you can actually keep, and more importantly, use the original optical drive and still load games off of an SD card. And like I just mentioned, this mod is completely solderless and doesn't require any modification to the console, which is always a welcome feature in my book. This project was created by two extremely talented modders, Chris P. Ville.
So this is a solderless mod chip for the GameCube.
Who designed Q-Boot, which works hand in hand with
Oh, also you didn't see the software menu that they had implemented. I don't think either.
I'll go back and watch it. Don't worry.
No. Look.
The team behind Flippy Drive are integrating a new version of Q-Boot, which utilizes existing GameCube menu assets, giving you a truly novel and very cool way to load games.
I guess that's kind of neat.
The user interface looks and feels like it was designed by Nintendo themselves. Now to date, we have modders Chris P. Ville, who designed the hardware, and Trevor Rudolph, who designed Q-Boot,
Shoutouts to the pronouns in the bio.
Now, I'm actually going to quickly turn it over to both Chris and Trevor to talk
pronouns
about
in bio, opinion validated.
In developing Flippy Drive.
They're a dev, and the pronouns are in the bio. It's all good.
I'm a software engineer by trade. I do some reverse engineering and development for things like the GameCube and the Wii.
I'm Chris. I'm a computer engineer by trade. I do a lot of hardware development stuff, PCBs, circuit design. Largely like on the GameCube scene, but a little bit with the N64 before that. So Trevor and I decided to build a disk emulator for the GameCube.
The GameCube's such
after having a sequence of
cool
attempted
console.
projects of being able
Despite
to
the fact the library is
software on the GameCube.
It holds up, but at the time, not ideal if you bought games frequently.
Solderless access to the software on the GameCube without having to
Honestly, I was just thinking about this a lot, like modifying my GameCube, mainly because I want to preserve all of the games I have, because I have a bunch of them and they're just kind of rotting.
Realize you don't need any kind of mods to get a Wii to do that, right?
On the GameCube, in coordination. We have our custom menu.
To back up every Wii and GameCube game you have is like extremely trivial. You literally just need a Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, but I don't touch my Wii because I would have to remod it. This is easier, actually.
Modding a Wii requires an SD card and a copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which everyone has.
Yeah, I have neither.
Okay, you don't specifically need Brawl, but you literally just need an SD card. That's 2 gigabytes or smaller.
Right, I'm guessing
Banner
Banner Bomb is obsolete now, but...
Alright, so
no, I think that still works.
I'll be going over all the parts that come with the Flippy Drive kit. Then I'll show you how to install it into your GameCube. I'll go over all of its unique features, review the pros and cons, and of course
see, all this stuff is
you
just
with
like,
my overall
oh yeah, speaking of mods, I'm probably going to do the
It's powered by a
Nintendo 3DS mod
also has a
next week.
USB32 built in with both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
I'm modding my Nintendo 3DS to accept USB-C charging,
as well as a
and it's
microSD
dock
card
compatible
slot
still.
here on the other side. This is where we'll be able to
So,
load our game backups, as well as
I
run
apologize
custom
to
Q-Boot
interrupt
software.
your stream to
It's
ask this
honestly crazy
off-topic
just how
question.
small this device
Yeah.
is, especially
But
when
could you help me
compare
with
it
a
to the
Unity
GC loader.
thing sometime this
Next up,
weekend?
we have this
What in the
custom
flying
ribbon,
fuck
which
do you need
connects
help with?
the
I just want to
Unity?
upload a
to
VR
the
chat
GameCube
avatar, and
optical
I'm
drive port.
confused
Now,
by
you may
a
be
thing,
wondering, how on
and
earth will this connect to
Oh,
this?
God help you.
Well, this is one of the
it's
unique
not
and,
that
in my
complicated.
opinion,
I just
really
want to know
cool
how to
features
make
of
sure I
Flippy
only
Boot.
upload the
This
thing that
ribbon
I
cable
want,
not
and
only
not
allows you to
extra
connect
stuff
Flippy Drive
that
to
is
the
in the same
GameCube,
file.
but it also allows you to keep the
Okay,
original
we
optical
will
drive.
later.
I'll show you how this works during the installation portion of the video, but I do have to tell you, it's one of the most unique ways I've seen a kit like this be installed. It's pretty awesome, so be sure to stay tuned.
I also like this because this is entirely also, again, like solderless.
Connector cap,
Yeah,
which is only
like
easier.
non-damaging to the console at
We'll talk more
all,
about this in just a moment.
which is
And lastly,
always a
we have
plus.
this mounting
I
bracket,
wonder what
which secures
specifically
the
has
Flippy
driven
drive
so
securely
much
to the
like
interior of the
fucking
GameCube.
like
The one I have here
GameCube
is an early
modding
version
in
of
the
bracket,
recent
but the final version will look very similar,
years. It
but
seems
feature
like it's
brass
accelerated.
inserts and machine screws.
Yeah,
All right, so
I think part of it
included with the Flippy drive.
was
Now let's go
definitely
ahead and install
the implementation of better or like newer, cheaper microcontrollers.
do is tear down the GameCube.
Yeah.
Like the standout mod nowadays is PicoBoot, which is just we flash a Raspberry Pi Pico, wire up solder some wires into the GameCube, and we're done, and it's fully complete. in comparison to the mod chips beforehand, which were like really funky pieces of work that cost a bajillion dollars. Like, how much does a Pico cost? Like $4?
It's like $5.
Yeah, like a $5 microcontroller can mod a GameCube. Like, that's nuts, you know?
To be fair, microcontrollers didn't get expensive until the smartphone era, partially because of smartphones. That's kind of
Yeah, I think this is also part of why, too.
I remember listening to an interview of the guy who like created the Instant Pot, and he like talked about, he's like, this wouldn't have been possible before the iPhone. Like,
wow. Interesting.
Because
thank you,
smartphones
iPod, for
drove
Instant Pots.
He's like, you could not buy a microcontroller for less than $10 before the smartphone era.
Thank you,
Just
Mr.
straight up.
Jobs, for making my
with all
Instant
the screws
Pot.
removed, we can go ahead and pop off the optical drive assembly, revealing
Because
the
like that's
motherboard connector
pressure
below.
cooking, like that
This thing
requires
right
that.
here.
A microcontroller.
We'll next
Oh,
need to
also
grab
sous
our
vide
flex
too,
ribbon
right?
Cable, which will require us to do
Well,
a bit of
yeah, sous vide
origami
also as
so
a
that we can
cooking
get it
method
to
was
fit
not
inside the
accessible
connector. But don't
until
worry, it's super
Temperature,
simple.
like
until
smaller
that kind of
microcontrollers with temperature
controller
control.
became
To do
affordable.
this, just look for this triangle marking.
Like you could
and
do
this
it.
is
It's
the
just
side of the
it'd
ribbon
just be
cable
so
we want
expensive that
facing
most
up.
consumers wouldn't even
Next,
look
gently
at
place
it.
the
Whereas
cable
an
in
Instant
between
Pot's
the
like
two
what,
rows
200
of
bucks?
gold
Not
connector
even.
pins as shown.
Less.
Yeah.
Like 150. Like, and sous vide is just like you need a vat of water and this one $80 device and a single plug, and you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, you need the other equipment for it, but like that's a given.
And that's just
if you want to do
because the
that.
computing technology needed to measure and apply any changes as needed wasn't affordable until the last little bit.
Yep. And now all of them are so cheap that that's also why we have Wi-Fi and fucking everything.
Yeah, and the
I'm not saying
smartphone,
that as a
despite
bad thing.
matter,
It just
is still kinda
comes.
What you should end up with is this sort of W-like.
I wasn't really.
I think it's because like
I wasn't really gonna talk about that part mainly because I'm like it's kind of irrelevant. I'm like, even though there are sous vide machines that do in fact have
What you want to
Wi-Fi.
do is have the center crease of the ribbon cable to be placed over the inner
I want to
contacts
get
of
my
the optical
GameCube
drive
Wi-Fi.
connector.
It would have no purpose, but it'd be nice.
Oh, I'm not gonna spoil anything about this video then.
Oh, okay.
And this is what it should look like when it's properly
Well,
installed.
does it give me an FTP server I
You see
can
here that the
dump
long section
ISOs
of the
onto
ribbon
or
cable
something?
runs alongside the heatsink,
No
which means
spoilers.
it is properly oriented. Next, while holding the ribbon cable secure to the connector with one finger,
But you know,
move the
remember
long
that
section
he
of the
did say
ribbon
that
over
this
post here
mod chip is
to
based
prep it
on
for
a
reinstallation of the
Pi
optical drive.
Pico
But
Oh,
and
yeah,
a
but-
ESP32.
If you don't have an optical drive, this will be the time that we're going to be using that connector.
Which is a
cable.
Wi-Fi capable
This
controller
provides a
board.
proper clamping force to
Yeah.
ensure that
Wi-Fi
the
and
cable
Bluetooth
has good
capable
contact
controller
with
board.
the connector. But since I do have the optical drive, I won't be needing this.
Also, look how
Now,
fucking
when
clean
connecting
this
the optical
installation
drive,
is.
We'll need to
Yeah.
carefully slip the ribbon cable in this small slit in the RF shielding. This is where the ribbon cable will pass through.
It just goes whoop in the RF shielding.
Once it's properly been put in place, we can push down the optical drive firmly until it snaps into place. And here you can see where the ribbon is passing through. Next, we'll install the mounting bracket, which is positioned over these 3 screw holes.
Oh yeah, also 3D printing has gotten a lot better too, which
However,
also
it is
helps
only
with the GameCube
secured
modding
with
stuff.
the 2 outer screws.
It also helps a lot with just modding
I
in
need-
general for
I need-
specific shit.
If I move, I need to buy a 3D printer.
Yeah. Don't get absorbed.
I won't
like
get
I did.
absorbed.
I got
I'm just
absorbed.
gonna get enough
Now,
to
you may
make
be
the
wondering
trinkets
what
that
this
I
little bump
want
is
or need
on
to
a
make.
mounting bracket. Well, it's actually a really cool feature
It'll pay
that
for
allows you
itself
to place
eventually.
an extra
Stares
screw
at the
for
trinkets I've
safekeeping,
made.
Since the mounting bracket covers one of the screw holes.
Damn, there's a lot of
This way,
trinkets.
if you ever wanted to remove the flippy drive, the extra screw won't be lost.
There's also an extra screw in our compartment for the screw that's not used in
Now we can
installation.
install the flippy
The
drive.
detail.
Open the bail on the connector and take note of this triangle marking, which will help ensure
I guess the
that
only
you connect the
finicking thing
ribbon
about this
properly.
setup would be just
You can
using
see
a
on the
ribbon
ribbon
cable.
Another triangle.
But
Connect the ribbon cable so that the triangles are
It's
both
one
on the
cable.
same side as shown. And then lock the bail on the connector. And then with the 2 included screws,
yeah, so
secure
like
the flippy drive
oh, what was it?
to the
What
mounting
were you gonna say?
bracket.
The thing about the modding scene that's gotten better is cheaper microcontrollers, more accessible prototyping PCBs,
All you need to do is place the ISO
and 3D
files
printing.
into the root of the SD card.
That's what I think.
That's it. Once installed, you'll want to ensure that the connector is properly seated by simply booting the console on to see if Cube Boot launches.
Oh, I also linked this to you beforehand as well. There's they also have a USB-C mod for the GameCube.
Yeah, I think I saw that. That was for power, right? Or was that
Yeah.
for controllers? Okay.
No, that was for power.
Yeah. I mean, that's neat. I just, I'm like, this doesn't seem super.
I like that because at least USB-C, it makes USB-C truly like it works for everything now, which is great.
Yeah.
And they also have a mod where you can in fact add Bluetooth controller support to the GameCube, which is a little
And
weird,
there
but
you have it. We
people want
successfully
it, I
installed
guess.
The Flippy Drive. The way this kit is installed into the GameCube is honestly one of the coolest things about this mod. The fact that it's so simple
cube.
and just slips in between the optical drive and motherboard connector so seamlessly is absolutely genius. This is also one of the easiest kits I've installed for the GameCube.
Also,
and the
this
fact
kit's
that you
like
can keep
40
the
bucks.
Optical drive fully operational is icing on the
Which
cake.
is great because
But
the
I'm getting
previous
ahead of
mods
myself, so
beforehand
let's go
were I
ahead
think
and dive into all the
$100,
features that Flippy Drive has to offer.
like the SD
And
card
thing I
one
do have
that
to notice
actually
is that I
rips
have
out your
an early
optical
alpha
drive,
version of the Cube
Yeah.
Boot software on my Flippy Drive.
which is
So what you'll see will like
Yeah, I don't
change
wanna
and
do that.
improve once it's officially released.
well, it's not rip out the
good
optical
idea
drive.
of
It's
how
attached with like a
everything will
little connector. You just
So,
pull
with
it
that in
out.
mind, let's go
But
ahead
like
and power on the
you
game.
can't use your
Now, the
discs
scrolling text that you see on
Ever
screen is
again, unless
due to
you
the fact
put
that
it
the
back.
unless you
version of
take it,
Cube Boot
yeah.
software running. This
So
should
you
be
best
usable
rip
when it's officially
everything
released.
beforehand.
And as you can see, we get launched into the GameCube menu screen, which then automatically goes into the Cube Boot game selection screen, showcasing all the backup copies of games I have stored on my micro SD card. Now, what I absolutely love about this interface is that it looks and feels like it was completely designed by Nintendo. You see, we can exit the game selection screen and go to all the other menu settings as if this were a stock GameCube. And I think this is just so cool. It's just a really clean
Man, what if
implementation
game
of Flippy
menus,
Drive's
what if
capabilities. Now, Trevor has explained
console
about the
menus
entire
look like this
interface,
instead
and
of
utilizes
everybody just
existing
using
GameCube
XMB?
menu assets which exist within the GameCube firmware.
I mean, I don't feel like
which is
people
how
use
we achieve
XMB
this
that
look.
much anymore.
Anyway, to
Well,
load the
XMB
game,
is
all you need to
well, I
do
mean,
is go over
XMB is
to
still
it
the
and press
PS4's
A.
navigation method. I do like
Or,
XMB.
I'm sorry,
And the
I
game
miss.
loads
I
immediately,
get
just as if you were
XMB and
loading a standard game disc from the menu. Now, of course, as I
Xbox Media
previously
Center.
mentioned, one of the biggest features is that we can
XMBC
also play
confused
games
all the
using
fucking
the
time.
original optical drive.
Also, look how also the fact that it loaded so fast is so nutty. Mousy,
and the game
hello.
inserted
It's been a
into the
while.
drive. Then press and hold the L trigger while turning the console on. As soon as you hear the optical drive engage and spin up the game disc, you can then release the L trigger and your disc-based game will start.
Also
Holding
very
the L trigger allows
easy
the optical
transition
drive to
into
bypass Flippy Boot as if it wasn't installed. making
using
the
disc
GameCube
games. It's
work
just
like a stock unit. And the console will remain in this stock.
it's just so non-obtrusive. I
powered
do
off,
enjoy the
meaning
non-obtrusiveness
functions
for
like
it.
the reset button will work as they should. Now, of course, this mod works on all region GameCubes. For example, my Orange Spice console that I have here is a Japanese unit, but with Cube Boot up and running, you can see that the menu is actually in English. So Cube Boot can actually do some pretty cool things like change the region of the console. However, when I wanted to test out accessories like the
Also,
Game Boy
a
Player, I ran
Lamau,
into some issues. When I tried to load the
region
Game Boy
free.
Player launcher, I just got a blank screen. I brought this up to the Flippy Drive team, and it's a known bug that has actually since been resolved and does in fact work. Now, the last feature I want to
Bug
discuss is
fixed.
Wi-Fi loading.
Oh,
With
here you
the
go.
onboard Wi-Fi capability of the ESP32, Flippy Drive is able to launch games over your home network. This is something that I wasn't able to set up on my particular unit, but here's some footage that Chris provided showing how it works, which is definitely really neat. Anyway, those are the primary
So yeah,
features
you
of
can just
Flippy Drive.
put stuff on a
Now,
network share.
the pros and cons.
You could put your ISOs on a network share and play the games from the network share.
Installation. With basically just a screwdriver, you can
It's
easily install Flippy
it's
Drive.
the
The
Plex,
fact
but
that
for a
it's solderless,
GameCube.
no cut, and completely reversible makes this project all the better. Additionally, we get to keep the optical drive. To me, this is huge because it gives us
Wi-Fi.
flexibility to not
We've
only
given the
use
GameCube Wi-Fi, and now it has become a
but
media
we can still
center.
play our library of physical games. Now, I know to some folks this isn't a big deal, but keeping original functionality is something that's pretty important to me. Another pro is the Cube Boot interface. I think it
The
looks
interface is also
fantastic.
just so good. It's fresh, but it doesn't have as much
and
features, I think,
straightforward.
as what
The fact that
they
it's
said
so
about
seamlessly integrated
Swiss,
into
which was
the
the
original
other one.
GameCube menu really
But
makes this
man.
feature stand out.
Oh, did you
Now,
did
while
you
it may be more limited
you mentioned the part about Wi-Fi, so there you go.
Yeah.
The ESP32 can use Wi-Fi and just connect to stuff. So yeah,
wait to see how this evolves over time.
you can run GameCube games off a NAS now. So storage on SD card doesn't really matter.
While it is yet to be set
Although
up,
I think it's
the Flippy Drive team has told me
although
that
I
it
think
will
it's
come
what
in
they said it was like
$40, which is some pretty
you
insane
know
value for
preliminary
Additionally,
concept,
it'll be
but
released in the next couple of months.
still
So, to stay up to date
very
on
good.
everything Flippy Drive related, you'll want to be sure to sign up for their newsletter and also follow both Chris and Trevor on Twitter.
Like I
Again,
really
I've
kind of
listed
want
everything
one
down below in the comments.
because
Anyway,
it's so
those are the pros.
functionally easy.
But now, let's get into the cons. So really, these are just minor grievances, and I think many of these can be addressed as the project matures. The first con has to do with SD card accessibility. When the console is fully put together, the micro SD card is essentially inaccessible. So if you want to add more games or update the unit, you'll need to disassemble the console. Now of course, all you need to do is take out 4 screws on the bottom, and that's it. But it would be neat if the Flippy Drive team sold an accessory that extends the SD card so that it's accessible from the outside.
In theory,
Not sure
what you
how
could
they would
also do is
this,
maybe get a
but it would be
Dremel
nice. Now,
and
another
an
con
SD
is
card
for us
extender and
Memcard
just
Pro
kind of
users.
put it
One of
to
the
the
great
side,
features of this
which would be
kit
nice.
is its ability to auto-detect games and load specific virtual memory cards for that game. This feature has been implemented with Swiss, but I'm hoping to see the same Game ID feature brought to CubeBoot. Now before I wrap up this video, I do want to hand it back over to both Chris and Trevor to give us a little more about what they have in store for Flippy Drive in the near future.
So what's next for the Flippy Drive is we are going into a testing and review phase. We're getting into the hands of some people to get some feedback and make sure that we have game compatibility and tweak it up before we get it into your hands.
And the Flippy Drive hardware is already at its production version with all the features tested out pretty successfully. So kind of the next steps then are just the software maturity, the GUI application for selecting disk images over network with Wi-Fi. And then as soon as we get the units out the door, we're going to move on to our Ethernet add-on, which we already have prototypes for that function, which are significantly higher speed than a Wi-Fi approach.
Oh, later, Claire.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, so we're networking a GameCube now.
That could open
we're using the Ethernet adapter.
Gave the GameCube a TCP/IP stack. It's
We
now
gave
the
the-
ultimate console.
But
We gave the
It
GameCube
actually
an
probably already had a TCP/IP stack because it did have
Wow,
networking
that sounds
capability
really
both
awesome.
online and
I'm really
locally.
looking
So
forward to what you have in store.
probably could
So,
already do
I'll
that.
be following you both
It
to
yeah, but now like
projects.
just doing it normally is kind of nuts, and using the hardware that the GameCube already has to do these things. Like, you know, like they've given it like an M.2 reader, they've given it
Check it out.
modem capabilities and stuff, and I'm like, this is nuts.
And I'll see you all.
Especially for a GameCube. I do want to say the last video you mentioned, the one you sent from James's channel. I didn't realize it was posted like 2 hours ago.
Oh yeah,
I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared, but
yeah,
what
this is
the fuck is this?
You've already seen it. This is there are crimes. You are going to hate this, but it works.
Oh! No!
Look at this Franken console.
No! Oh, it's spinning so
The Nintendo
fast. I don't
PlayStation
like
is a
it.
real thing. It really exists. It was showcased at the 1991 Consumer Electronics Show right before Nintendo
Yeah.
very publicly kicked Sony to the curb. As a result, there's only one working Nintendo PlayStation in the world. And last
The
time it
Nintendo
sold, it went for more than my
PlayStation.
house. So I don't think I'm going to be owning that one, but it did give
Nope.
me an idea. I was given half a PlayStation a few years ago.
It
spent the
scares
whole
me
time
too,
in my
by the way.
toolbox with tools being thrown on it all the time. And I
What?
still have the Japanese SNES shell from my portable Super Nintendo video. So I just gotta sort of just put
I have the
together, right? And then it'll be a
corpses of these two consoles. What can I do with it? What is a capacitor like that?
One, fix some broken solder joints I found. The only capacitor I had was too big and the wrong value, but I reckon it'll work.
What? What?
There's a slight issue in that I don't have any way to put games in. But surprisingly,
does
you
it
can
work?
still get drives off the internet. They're pretty cheap and nasty though, definitely not made by Sony. And the disc touches the plastic. I really am happy that I now have ring scratches. I'm going to test this with a less
Also, I didn't realize how bare a PlayStation kind of was.
important disc. Do I need that plastic? No, apparently I need that plastic. Why do new things all have to be
Crunchy.
junk? I appreciate that these are still being made, but it ruined my disc and it still doesn't work. Ow! Oh. What the fuck? That's still powered on. I've adjusted the spindle height. The disc isn't touching. If I push down the lid closed button now... there we go. Now that it's working, it's time to rip its guts out.
Oh no.
Don't need that. Don't need that.
Well, that's the guts.
Now, how am I gonna get this in here? There, I don't know, somewhere. Does it fit? Not quite. I think this should go.
And then you do the YouTube editing thing where you clap and it's done.
Oh, it's so close to fitting.
No.
There we go.
We went from great console modding to
But I'm not gonna be able to plug
horrible
into the
crimes.
so I'm gonna relocate that.
What? Oh fuck.
Connect some wires
Oh,
between the
fuck.
parts. Now it'll fit here quite nicely. I don't like this bit of metal under here though.
I mean
so
that works,
get
so
rid of
that's
that.
that's
Oh,
great.
awesome! A mod chip, region free.
Why was that there?
The expansion connector. The last of the PlayStations didn't have this anyway, so it really.
Oh
doesn't
god,
need it.
violence. Oh, it's
Yeah,
violent.
heaps of space. Now, obviously this power cable is not going to reach the power supply anymore. I found this in my box of junk. It's pretty much completely the wrong thing. But if I cut off the first 5 pins, kind of jams in there, and hopefully that works. This is the Super Nintendo power switch. This is what I want to use.
I
Over
love
here.
this.
We don't need that, so I'm going to get rid of it.
He just rips it off with pliers or his
There's
bare
actually 2
hands.
switches in one package. This one isn't, but that's okay. I have a solution. This switch is always on. Cut the mains trace over here, solder some wires across the gap, then connect them to the switch. In its past life, this switch
Just
never had to switch
tuck
any
it
more than
tear
9
into
volts,
the
and I'm putting
PCB.
240
Fuck
volts
it.
through it. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think I should probably put the controller ports in next. It'd be really nice if this spacing's the same. You know, it's not too far off, but I think it's too far off. I thought that was
Yeah, this makes it so much
There was something on that
scarier.
piece of board, but it only took
Bro.
to fix it. Now, I
Oh, okay.
suspect this is not going to fit well.
He's just taking an angle grinder to this thing.
Listen, you'd be surprised if you can solve an angle grinder, Alma.
I'm getting it. Well, I'm getting a. I got a Dremel from
I reckon that's good enough.
my dad for Christmas. So it's
Now
not
you can
shipped
cause
yet.
horrors.
Yeah, I
Like
can cause
James here.
Got the
horrors.
gaps filled up. And once again, the cables aren't going
Usually for me though, I would like
discovered
just
that the cables I
make
got to
holes,
repair
and that's
3DO
really
consoles have the
about
same
it.
contact spacing. So if I cut this
What the fuck?
here, it might peel. That should work. Now it's going to be a bit difficult.
You're
to
learning
plug
so
the
much
cable
about
in here,
electrical
so I flipped the
engineering and how
motherboard over and I plugged in the
it's all
AV
just
cable. Using
magic,
the
and you
continuity
don't
test
actually
switch
have to
on my
do a good
multimeter
job to
figure
make
out which
something
solder
function.
connections I need to use. And I've just found the last
You
one.
don't have to do a
RCA
good job to
panel on
make
the back of
something
an old
function.
TV
Is such
chassis.
a. What the fuck are you doing?
Just take apart this
Wire
TV and
just
solder
to
the
the motherboard
fucking
plus
AV
ground. While I'm on
cable.
this side of the board, I need to attach some wires for the disc cover closed switch. I could make do without it, but then
Imagine
I
the
wouldn't be able to change
RCA
discs on
engineers
multi-disc
He's
games.
just-
I wouldn't want to compromise
that
the quality of
invented
the
that
console, would
connector.
I? I think it's time for some hot glue. Well, most of that
Oh,
drew
yeah,
it
the
back
hot
out of it,
glue.
but it's sitting there. Oh, look, if I break this off, and put a screw in this, then only half the mains connector has to be held on with hot glue. There you go. You'd never know it wasn't factory. Installing the motherboard.
Is this how engineers do things?
This is like this man graduated from like the Australia's top electrical engineering university.
You would be surprised at how much bullshit is in everyone's everyday lives.
Switch in the power light, I can put the power supply in. Except I don't want
for
any
stuff
chance of this high
in
voltage
this
here
particular.
touching this board. So I'm just going to give it back its old
Yes,
home from the PlayStation. Hot glue and a bit of the melty plastic trick, then a lot more hot glue. Hot glue, hot glue, hot glue, hot glue, hot glue, hot glue, hot glue. Because of the memory card slots, there isn't enough room under there for a power light. But I think if I take a bit of this plastic off and sit the power light the other way, it might just fit. I think it should go, and some hot glue will hold it in place. I found this scrap PCB with some tactile switches on it. I'm going to try and use these to make the disc cover open switch and the reset switch work. This plastic part used to reach all the way through to the motherboard of the Nintendo, where the reset button.
This man clearly has a soldering gun, which is like the worst part. So like, he's just doing this for a fucking bit.
I'm going to use eject for the disc tray open button. It seems fitting. The idea is
He
the
can
same, but I'm going to
solder
take off
these.
a lot more plastic. That's not a straight cut. It's not too bad. It's a little bit low on this side, but if I drop that side down as well, it'll be okay. Except there's a slight problem. I'm pretty sure if I connect the wires from the old lid switch to the eject button, I'm going to have to hold this down the entire time the disc's in. I don't want to do that. So it's time to plug it in. I need it turned on so I can make some measurements and figure out a way around that. Yeah, had me worried for a bit because it took a little while to turn on. There are two main logic voltages.
The fact that
which
this
most
hasn't
older stuff like
set itself
dirty.
on
3.3
fire
volts
is
and 5
so...
volts. Older stuff always uses 5 volts. Newer stuff tends to use 3.3.
You knew it was bad,
Fairly
not
sure
just when you saw the
3.3 volt
vertically
logic,
spinning
and there's
disc.
no 5 volts
When you
anywhere
saw
in
him
here.
just
These are
grab
the two
whatever
wires that I connected
capacitor
the
to
back of the
replace that
motherboard
one.
You just
to
fucking
If I
yeeted
measure
it.
voltage
I'm just
across
like,
them, I can see that
okay.
it's 3.5 volts. It's a tiny bit higher, but that's 3.3 basically. The
That's
other thing I need to
3.3.
find is a 3.3 volt power rail. The 3.3 volts
Okay.
coming out of those wires
It's here
is just a
somewhere.
signal. That's not what I need. To find the 3.3 volt rail, I need a ground first, which is easy to find because it's the traces that go to the case screws. Nothing else should ever be connected to case screws. Once I've grounded my black probe, I'm looking at these big thick traces here.
Now
I
she's
wanna measure
fucking
each of those until I find the
YOLOing
one that's
shit.
The voltage I'm looking for, and that's it there. So
That's
one of the chips in the
3.5.
PlayStation somewhere is sending out that 3.3 volt signal to the switch. When the switch closes, the signal gets connected to ground, and the chip sending it out all of a sudden loses that signal and says, wow, okay, that lid must be closed. But I want my eject button to do the opposite of that. So I'm using a resistor to pull the signal down to ground, then
Darn it.
3.3 volts to pull it back up
Did
again
you see
when-
that?
Yeah.
Ah,
Opposite of that.
just-
So I'm using
I
a
want to see that
resistor
again.
to pull the
Darn it.
signal down to
Nope.
ground, then
Out.
3.3 volts to pull it back up again when the button's pressed. The reset button is easy, it just connects straight on, except soldering to the button melted the hot glue and I had to go chasing the button around. But where am I going to put the disk drive? Well, I think right about here is going to be good. How good is hot glue? It really works for just about everything. except for
Oh,
the things
so
that
much
you
hot
need to make some holes
glue.
for the wiring.
Oh, he has a drill now.
I'm so glad this is from a
But once
busted
again, the
SNES,
wiring is
otherwise
way
I'd
too
be so
short. These two
depressed.
need to reach to these two connectors hidden under here. I didn't
Yeah.
find
I know
connectors
it's
for this
a
one, but I found some
scat.
solid core wires
What the?
that
No.
just solder the other
No.
end to the motherboard.
Bah.
Following that with some hot glue. This one's gonna be
Bah.
hard to extend, though. I'm going to try and use the rest of that 3DO ribbon cable. I need to attach this onto here. Hopefully I can scrape off some of this plastic so I can solder it together.
This is...
For this, I'm definitely using flux. It'll help the solder flow onto the metal.
Oh,
All the
thank
plastic
God, he
melting
uses
from
something, does
soldering
something.
iron. I'm actually
Oh,
kind of
no,
amazed by
no,
how easily this is soldering. I kind of
what
expected
the
the whole ribbon to disintegrate. I'm going to leave this tape wrapped around here.
Fuck.
It's called Captain tape. It's heat resistant and insulating. Having this ribbon cable
What
so
the
long
fuck?
and running straight over the top of the power supply has me kind of worried about interference,
It's
but
burning
it's too
nice.
late now.
Oh,
The
yeah,
game in the
'cause you're dead.
cartridge slot?
Aw. Charge your phone. It's spinning. This reminds me of the... Oh, that's going so fast. This reminds me of the worst record player, but also visually coolest record player I've ever
So
wanted.
it turns out there's actually a fuse for the controller ports. I even used one of its solder points for the eject button. You can buy these fuses, they're really cheap. You really shouldn't leave this unfused.
You might say
but,
this
I'm
exposed
just gonna
CD
leave it
solution is
unfused.
kind of jank. Sony made a CD player that was portable that also had
This is way
exposed
better than the
CDs.
TI-83 Plus version.
So don't
Now,
worry
let's see if
about
that
it.
mod chip works. Maybe we can do some proper gaming.
Ooh, Pepsi Man.
Looking good.
I'm here for Pepsi Man.
Aw, it's got no color. Some versions of the original PlayStation need an additional mod to get color on import games. Since I've already hot glued the motherboard in and stuck things all around it, I can't really get back to it to do that.
Gee.
Mod chip in, really just wanted to play burnt games from Australia. So I've downloaded a boot disc off the internet and hopefully that'll get us some color. It lets me force the video mode. The video's all squashed down the bottom. It's because PAL has a different number of lines to NTSC.
Fucking
It's
pal.
not very good driving. Ooh, a check. The controls are backwards. Where's the cool music gone? Don't we get that during the gameplay?
Oh, the music's
I'm on a
gone.
skateboard. You might not have noticed that I haven't really played this before.
Oh, this is PAL speeds. This sucks.
And,
Oh, man.
something.
PAL Pepsi
Now I'm
Man.
playing it.
Where's the audio?
My guess is this was an NTSC PS1, and
That's a totally logical
the
result for
person who
that.
got it
I've got
modded
Pepsi Man
modded
now.
it to play
It's
burnt
definitely
PAL.
PAL.
Pepsi. With the help
Yeah.
of an emulator, I can even play Nintendo games, although they're slightly glitchy, and I can't play Super Nintendo games. Apparently the PlayStation is not powerful enough to emulate that. So now I own a Nintendo PlayStation. It's one of a kind. Anyone want to trade it for a house? I'm a pretty serious video game collector, and on Floatplane, I post a photo of every single video game.
scared.
God,
So if
his
that sounds
setup
like
is
something
so
you'd like to see,
nice.
only
I
$1
wish
a
I
month,
could
the
have.
links in the
I like the
space
next
for that.
video in the recommendations is I made a portable Super Nintendo.
Oh boy. Oh my god. Dog! It's duct tape!
I want to keep going. I want to see how bad this gets.
Super Nintendo Portable, because then
Oh, this is
play them
awful.
whenever I want without having to set up a console. There are aftermarket ones online, but they're always super expensive. So I reckon I'm gonna make my own.
I mean, he's
First, I'm gonna
technically
need a
right.
Super
The
Nintendo.
aftermarket portable SNESs are always overpriced.
Well, yeah, because they're fucking portable SNESs. Oh, hey, there's the case from the bro. Wait a minute.
I've got lots of screws to
Is
take
this?
out, which
That's
oh.
a Famicom case, too.
No, this is where the. Oh, this is where the shell of the PlayStation, the Nintendo PlayStation was
Hopefully won't
from.
need the control ports. I was hoping this wasn't one of these. Early Super Nintendos had this module here. All this module here is for is to process the audio. Without it, I could have made this a lot smaller, but I'm still using this one. Power switch, that's too big.
Reminder that the
RF
SNES used a
shielding,
chip
that's
from Sony.
overrated. Now I'm going to pull the motherboard out. Or just the cartridge port. Forgot that happens. Out. Get rid of that. So we want to make this portable, right? So I want to make it as small as I can. That means taking
And
off
then
all the
we'll
stuff on the
use
back.
all
This
this-
is
the polar
whole piece
opposite of
aluminium
the
here is
Macho
just here
Nacho
to take
videos.
heat away from this guy, which I've
A
already
little bit.
desoldered. Without the heat sink, it'll get too hot and burn out. I'm going to throw it away. Now I can get rid of this heat sink.
Although the Frankensteining from
go away.
the Macho Nacho videos
I want to get rid of the reset
are at
switch
least pretty
because I
clean
don't need a reset switch.
in
and
comparison to this where it
sure I
is
want to be holding it.
literally the dirtiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
But it works, though.
Still want to make it
And that's
smaller
impressive
and
in
take this
its own
stuff off.
It's very rickambilly, as they call it.
This is...
This is the RF modulator. So this turns the video signal into
That's
a
the poop
TV
video
station,
connector.
basically, so you can tune it in. No one uses these anymore.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Okay.
I need a power switch.
Just fucking...
Well, we do. We don't need that connector. Just cleaned
Just-
up the edges in here.
just
I'm gonna try and
pull!
solder this on to stop that from falling off, because that'll be very annoying. Got some ugly soldering on there.
Can you
and
tell
the
this guy
cartridge
works
port
on
stays there now.
cards?
That's good.
He's
Let's
an
do that.
engineer for sure.
I'm gonna pull this apart too. The stupid thing being big and not what I wanted, but it's there.
Can you look up portable SNES and see if there's somebody, a modder has made a better
Same deal with the
portable
controller.
SNES?
I'm gonna pull that
I'm
apart.
almost certain there is.
I just want to see what I just want to see one made not by James looks like.
God, look how simple the SNES's board is.
What's in a Super Nintendo controller?
Why?
Just getting rid of these two resistors means that it'll work on an NTSC console. It says here only P, and it's very
Really?
highlighted.
I didn't know the
That's-
controllers were
right
regional.
across the board. That's a really good idea.
That's
wild.
stupid.
Just finishing off measuring how the cable is wired.
Wait, why would it be?
And that's this one.
Eh.
What I'm doing is I'm connecting this directly
Wait,
to
wait,
the
wait.
plus.
Wait.
That's this one.
That's just the iPad Notes app.
No, the diagram of where they go. I'm like, must be complicated.
What I'm doing is I'm connecting this directly to the motherboard without having all of this stuff, the cable in between. Now I've got a diagram that shows how the controller board is wired through these connections, through this connector, out here, into here, and then out of here, into here. Thinking about it, I probably could have skipped this part by leaving this plugged in when I did all the measurements and just gone straight from here to here, but that's not what I did. So to
I'm
make
gonna
this
look
thing
up
portable, we
portable
need a screen, don't
SNES.
we? So I got the cheapest one
Oh
I could
my
find
God,
on
look at the
eBay,
little baby
and
monitor.
it's terrible and it's the wrong aspect ratio, but let's go with it.
I kind of want one. I always wanted a baby monitor like that.
That is the tiniest fucking display drive I've
need any of
ever
this.
seen in a non-portable device.
Don't need that. All I'm left with is this. And I'm
Okay, no, I'm gonna look.
port it
Hold on, I need to look
to
up
make it
portable
even
real.
flatter. Am I? Do I care?
Real
I probably don't care. No.
SNES.
Do I care? I
Custom.
don't know if I care. I think I do. And I also think I care about this.
You know what?
It's a
Say
shame.
what you will about
I'm gonna have to
this.
get rid of
This
that.
is-
I've already
is
marked it up
pretty
with
good
Captain tape.
prototyping
Captain tape
work.
is this stuff, which is heat resistant.
Real
so
talk.
it means that I can use the heat.
Yeah.
You just want to get it
Minimal
working,
damage to
and you
other
don't
things.
care
Just
about
like
how
do,
it
though.
looks
I'm
or
gonna
how
just try and-
efficiently or neat anything
Oh,
is. Just
my
a
screws.
proof
I'm
of
gonna try
concept.
and break
He's-
it,
Man knows
see
what
if
he's
I can
doing.
Get it off without
It
damaging
hurts
other
so
things.
much to see this beautiful hardware butchered.
Oh. You have a soldering iron. Just desolder it.
This will work.
Just Okay.
That did not go in the bin.
Oh my soul.
That did. Well, I masked it off for no reason, but at least you learnt what Captain Tape was. So that'll go somewhere around about there-ish. The sound, I've got
That goes
a speaker
there.
that I got out of a fitness machine of some sort. I've got a tiny little baby amplifier. For power, I'm
That
going
is a
to
baby
cheat a lot, and I'm just going to attach that to it. I've got this to power the screen that steps up the voltage to 12 volts. Now I just got to put it all together, I suppose. I've just noticed that I've pretty much removed the whole power section already anyway, so there's a few components here that aren't even connected to anything. So I'm going to remove them to make room for converter boards and sound amp and that sort of stuff.
I'm trying to, like...
It's the smoothing capacitor for
Oh
the
my
old
god,
linear
just
power
cutting
supply.
off the cap
That's what
like
I'm
that
using.
makes
This
me
orange
want to
stuff's
shit.
annoying. I don't like it. It's not.
explodes and you get aged electric. What the fuck, dude?
It's
just
feeling
go
it fell
flying.
back down on my desk. This used to be a router. I like this power switch. I'm going to use it. This is the main board out of an old TV. I like these buttons. So these are going to be my L&R buttons.
I like these
These
buttons.
stay in here
Crunch.
without the back on. I'm going to squish over these posts with a soldering iron. Actually do this in some stuff from the factory, so I don't feel too bad about it. Really hope I don't have to disconnect the PCB from the controller for some reason.
Oh, he totally is
More
gonna
trimming.
need to, doesn't he?
I do prefer reversible mods, but this one was never going to be reversible. Let's make
Fuck
it
it.
even more not reversible. Unreversible, irreversible. There we go.
Oh, we got the hot glue! Yeah, we're back!
I'll insulate the board a bit.
Safety.
All the hot glue. I like it. It's stupid. So many hot glues. I'm getting stuff.
We really went from I was watching a nice video about like a 3D modded printed enclosure,
The trigger's not very
custom
good.
PCBs, and now we got this, which
Somewhere over
is
there.
Frankenstein.
Speaker output.
It works though.
We've got our speaker and our amplifier. And more
It
hot
works.
glue for sure.
Derogative.
Always hot glue. Always hot glue. So many hot glues. So many hot glues.
Derogatory. Derogatory. It is functional.
Connecting up the audio stuff at the moment. I'm going to add the video.
And he has an iPad next to him that actually has like documentation on it.
To make it
so,
look pretty.
Like regardless of
I'm
what
gonna
like
stick
of the
L&R
cuts,
buttons
at
on
least
the
he's
power bank,
doing
so I'm just
research
feeling a
about
good
what
spot for it
all
would
this
be.
stuff
Working
does.
all the way down.
Oh,
Use
just fuck.
scrap USB
Okay.
cable off. I don't know what.
I don't feel this bad about the
Yeah,
USB.
that's- you
Okay,
can
never
just
mind.
Power switch, but I suppose it doesn't really matter that much. Probably up here somewhere.
I was like, I don't feel bad about.
That's
Okay, now I
power.
feel bad.
That's
Okay.
ground.
Okay, he's just okay.
Man,
Now
you
I'm going
probably
to put
could
in
have
the
gotten
little
that
power
cable
supply that's
that
going to
just
run
does
the
that
audio
for
and the
you.
LCD.
It's
Of
fine.
course,
Yeah,
it requires more
yeah,
hot
I
glue.
could've.
Power bank just turned
Hey.
on. Grab the 12 volt.
Oh no, it's live.
Connect the 5 volts to the motherboard.
Oh,
Might
he's
get
soldering
something
in live
turn this
components.
on now.
Listen, that makes it exciting.
Super Mario All Stars is running right now. That's so cool. Back to boring soldery stuff things. L&R buttons going on.
He's making it
The
ergonomic now.
screen. It's time for the screen. Well, I've put the sound amp exactly where I want this to be. So that's good. The speaker is also in my way. I hope this doesn't damage anything. There we go. Now, hot glue time. Of course it's hot glue time. It's always hot glue time.
Hot gluing the display down is.
I just have to wire up the screen and then I can try it. This is a
Everything
horrific
here
solid
is
blob.
a
So,
choice.
I've done a real silly thing here. I thought the wire that I had previously connected to video, because
This man has made something that would get him tackled by
TSA
TSA
before.
agents.
So now I got video connected to my L&R buttons.
Yeah.
Still long enough. That's okay. It's not too bad. Now I just need to find a ground for the L&R buttons. Any grounds in here? Probably. That's not ground. That is. Before I tidy it up, I want to see if it works. A game that'll be familiar to a lot of people. We heard it before, but now hopefully we're going to play it. Hopefully. Very, very hopeful.
I feel like I forgot how he connected the screen to this.
Oh, it's looking...
Oh.
It's looking very happy.
Oh.
So you know what mistake I've made? I never tested this console. I think it's going to be the video capacitors. It's annoying. Wasn't supposed to be part of this video, but there we go. When you hear that beep, it means where I've connected to over here is connected to wherever I'm
does he need
poking the other
to
one.
work with the
Like there,
capacitors again?
but also there. I thought that it would only be one. You know, I'll replace those two and see what happens.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
These capacitors
okay.
are the cheapest garbage off eBay. They're probably not even the right value. Don't use cheap capacitors off eBay. A couple of new capacitors in there. Let's see what happens. Is it better?
Don't use cheap capacitors from eBay. Uses them
Use the
anyway.
cheap
better.
capacitors from eBay. Fixes the problem.
Yeah.
The audio is
This
fucked.
LCD's awful.
It's from probably the world's worst speaker.
The aspect ratio is getting stretched.
It works.
It is incredible
Now
that
it's
it
time
functions.
for many duct tapes.
I'm very curious
and
about how long this would last.
all of the hot glue. Oh no, I've also covered up my charge port. Look, I can even charge my phone here. That's how we charge the SNES.
Micro USB.
Now, if it wasn't one with the external stupid audio thing, it'd be done now. Except for this bit. There's our volume control in there, which very conveniently you need to use a screwdriver for, but genuinely conveniently has a power light. Just decided this is going to fit in here.
What? What are you?
I don't
Oh,
want to feel like that too.
a spacer. Okay.
It's a piece of the LCD frame.
What are you doing? Oh.
Ow, ow,
We don't
ow,
need
ow,
3D
ow, ow,
printing.
ow,
We
that's
have
hot.
pliers and hot glue.
Oh boy.
Gonna add
I
some
love
finishing
scrap
touches.
glues,
I reckon
you
it's
know?
pretty much done.
This is very Jimmy Neutron tier.
This is not Jimmy Neutron tier. Jimmy Neutron actually has at least can do the manufacturing capabilities for steel.
I suppose that's technically true, but a lot of
This is
stuff was made out of garbage.
This is a step below Kids Next Door.
This is 2x4 technology.
This is not. This is lower than 2x4 technology. This is primitive 2x4 technology.
1x2.
I love the extra glitchiness stuff here. I plugged it into a different screen and it does that on this LCD. It doesn't do it on the other screen. Luigi's the best. I love how the previous screen stays on the screen. You can still see select game from the
I'm still
main
sad
menu.
that my
Get what you pay for in
All-Stars
an LCD
cartridge
for sure.
died randomly, and I
Yeah,
still
Luigi
don't know
power.
why.
No one else can make that jump.
Recap.
To see if I can find a place that'll repair it.
Recap everything.
I don't fucking know how to do that shit.
Or.
And that's a win. It works. I've got a portable SNES now. Check out its portability. I love these sharp
I also
edges.
like that
They
it comes
jam
with a
into my hands
kickstand, technically.
really nicely while I'm playing.
The
If I
kickstand
was
being
to have an external controller, which I don't. it'd be
being the
nice to play
game
like
it's
this.
plugged
I suppose
into.
It's still pretty nice to play like this. If you like putting stress on your cartridges, I love putting stress on my cartridges, so that's great. I've finally found a
Load
way
bearings.
to play Game Boy games on the go.
Oh my god. We've made the worst Game Boy.
Voice.
Reminds me I need to buy a
Revolutionary.
Super Game Boy.
Spiro.
For all 2 of the original Game Boy games, I'd actually want to play on it.
74 experience points, yeah.
It's even
Portable
more.
SNES.
Scrunch it. I like the cat. That was good. Okay, we should get out of here.
All right.
We're
good
so.
night, gamers.
We're so. Oh my god, what was that? Oh my god. What the hell? All of that hurt. That last bit hurt so much. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Y'all are wonderful.
Bye.
Let's see who we can send you guys over to, maybe for, I don't know. I don't think we have anybody, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'll just
Kanye's live. Or no, that's or okay.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you're safe before you go. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Boy. It's now safe to turn off your computer.
You know, I share that screen with Nell, and I'm like, I need to really change that.
No, it's good. Keep it.
Oh, okay.